Sick to my stomach by the vending machines. They talk to me.
Hi, smile, hi.
I could really be free, not free to be something.
Welcome in, L James, yo. Lovely to see you, fellas. Cat Jam, so true. How are you, fellas? How are you? My chatters. In my stomach, by the vending machines. Talk to me, I miss you back home. I could really be free. Be someday.
Turn the lights up, crawl, set my mind up. I know it's getting hard for you, my dear.
There we go. Boom. Iconic.
Pack your life up, run away with someone I don't know that I trust. It's easy
GNU Twitch emote. Wait. Bang Boo Bounce. Why is it cute? I like it. Cute. Nice. Also, don't know why I was lispy there. Sorry. Also, I hope you're all good. And you gotta help me with something a second, Shatterers, because we hit the follow goal. Yippee! JKS, we hit 800, which is very, very hype. Big excite. But it also obviously means we need to change our follower goal. More like hit the new, what's the word? Decide on a new follow goal. That's the way I wanted to phrase that. And I wanted to ask, what do you guys, wait, let me update that really briefly. So it's the correct one, there you go. What were you guys thinking? What are we having on our mind, guys? Because we have IRL painting stream. I'm adding that to my little Notion template to the other category for upcoming stream. Well, painting. This is where I keep all my ideas that are goals and shit. Like, do you have anything that you want me to do? Mind you, Twitch. I added a bunch of goals. If you don't know, if you're on the main page, I also added a sub goal and a bits goal just for the lols, because why not? You don't have to hit those if you don't want to, but obviously it helps out. So I made the little goals, and because I've been using Twitch's like automated systems, basically what it thinks you guys can do, it auto set the goal to 810 on Twitch, and I was like, do you know what? We'll actually go with it, because I've been getting kind of hyped to do some more little goals. So I think the next one should be to 810. Oh, that's not the thing I wanted to change, but okay. I am clearly stupid. Sometimes it happens. Let me get that bad boy edited. But what would you guys want to see for 810, apparently? Because I don't know, I did get ahead of changing it before Twitch changed already. I was like, do you know what, we'll just go with it. So something that's small, because we've been going in like 50 increments. We had 750 and then 800 now, so that obviously was always like bigger goals because it would take a bit to get to them and it wouldn't stack up too much. But if we're gonna do a little goal, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? I'll remove this for the time being. There we go, so it's just like this. It just doesn't have a goal at the moment. There you go, it's just a number. It's in the void. So by the way, if you're wondering what we're doing today, we are doing a building stream. So we are going to go with the save that we usually play in, but we're not actually going to play too much with our tinies. We are going to do some building. We haven't done a building stream in a really long time, so I thought Boom. Why not? Why not? Also, I did not know this fun fact. Fun fact. There we go. Oh. Just all the errors. Fair enough. Rip. Yeah, some random people couldn't be found or whatever. And I was thinking, right, lads? There's quite a lot of big lots over here still. What are we feeling today? Plus, we have one lot in our neighborhood, which we've kind of populated with our own builds at this point, that haven't been filled. I'm trying to remember if we did anything else here. Are you building a residential or public lot? I don't know yet. I was thinking maybe we do a public lot and we do sort of a makeshift rec center. Because if you don't know, until August, so this month still, for about 2 weeks, there is still the charity going on that you saw on the main screen. Let me see if I have the link for it still. I do, because I'm the GOAT. What can I say? So if you don't know, this is still ongoing, and it's really close to the goal. It's now at $850. The goal is 1,000, and what you unlock when you do reach 1,000 is a new rec center lot type. So that's pretty hype, and I thought, why not make... I love seeing Tilly there. Why not make our own rec center? So maybe like one of these big lots where reasonably I'm not going to build a house on, like maybe this here, could be kind of hype. So I'm thinking that, lads, I'm thinking that. Meanwhile, if you have any ideas for any like littler follower goals, this can be games, this can be IRL streams, like just chatting concepts, like any type of content, throw out your little ideas. If I come up with something, I'll come up with something, but if you guys happen to have something, hydrate. Thank you! Hi, Wisp! But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for us hitting 800. I'm very, very hyped about that. That's very cool. It's only 200 into 1,000, which I have done a few things over my time on the internet, and I've never, ever, ever reached 1,000 followers on any of those ventures, so doing it on Twitch would be very epic. But 800 is also really cool. It's one of my higher achievements, and I'm very proud of the community we've built. Hello, hello. Yeah, if you're wondering what we're doing, we are in kind of a little bit of an homage. Let me go all the way down, there we go. A little bit of an homage to the current Tiny Life X Outright charity fundraiser. We are building a rec center first, which I've never done. I'm not someone who tends to build a lot of public lots. So first off, let me remove this, because this is not a residential lot. This is going to be... I will classify this as a miscellaneous public lot, because that's what it is. And I'm thinking we should do some path design first, because I mean money is clearly not an object, so I'm just going to use some dirt to use as like a guideline, kind of. Okay, so I want a path, and I want some buildings, and I want a park section, basically. So I will think that this area, that's maybe too big. Maybe this area, yes. This area is going to be the building. So we'll have a path that goes into here, and then I want some sections like here and here to be outdoor, like a playground, a little bit of like a camping / picnic area, and then obviously the rec center should be hobby focused. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe like a little area to take care of kids. That's kind of the visual I have. So this is my blueprint, if you will. So let me have a little bit of a think, design-wise, what I want to go for. Well, welcome in, chatters. I hope you have been very good recently. Obviously, it's the first stream post my 2 days of work. I had overall relatively good time at work. It's been... I thought we would be doing something different this week, but it didn't happen because bureaucracy to be slow. So I ended up just mostly doing what I normally do anyway. And it's been pretty chill. The office was pretty empty most of the days. One of my co-workers is having a baby. So that was pretty exciting. What do you guys think about that one? New puppies have been wanting to eat gravel, so we have been having to keep them away from the gravel. Oh yeah, I saw it. If you don't know, Wisp has some cute ass puppies, so check the Discord. There's a picture of Wisp's new puppies, and they're so cute. Yump, yellow, yump! Fans, welcome in! We are building a rec center in celebration of the, or in terms, I guess, of inspiration of the Tiny Life X Outright Pride charity fundraiser that's still ongoing. Where if you hit the entire goal, it will unlock an official rec center type in the game. So this is what I've come up with in terms of like outline plan. This is the indoor building for any kind of recreation activities. This is picnic slash barbecue, and this is going to be a playground area. Obviously, we're not going to keep the dirt because this seems a bit grim, to be honest. I'm just gonna. I don't really want it to be concrete here. We'll do concrete for here for now. Maybe like some green concrete might be nice. Is there no sand option? There is a sand option. I was thinking like a little bit. 5 watch streak, yo! There is some sand. I was thinking we do like this. Like a bit of a sand area. This could be like for some playground equipment, and then some of this colored concrete for maybe some benches or something. I don't know. This is a work in progress. I kind of like the idea of having colored concrete though. I think that gives it like that playful energy that we want. So why is it the middle of the bloody night? Elle, if you're here, is there a cheat code for changing the time, and if so, what is it? Kind of concrete reminds me of the soft playground tires that are always outdoors. Yeah, exactly, that's the vibe I was thinking of. Like, I feel like that'd be kind of nice. It's just time. Alright. What is it like? Ah, there we go. Perfect, thank you. Because I want to be able to see this. Yeah, like I was thinking this like this type of concrete, and then a bit of a sand area over here. Right, let's have a look at what is actually in our little playground area. So obviously we have the jungle gym, the classic, and we do have a sandbox. So I feel like we can do something. Like, I'm just going to use some placeholder items at the moment. Like, this is not going to be the final color scheme. But this is what I want to know. And then I'm thinking... Like, some benches. Again, we're in our placeholder era. There we go. The placeholder area, yeah. It's like we're just using this to figure out the spacing of this area here without committing to like a color scheme or anything. So I'm thinking this patch of pretty, that's so cute. Wait, yeah, the new flowers, if you don't know, chatters. Now you can place flowers everywhere. Not everywhere, but on any natural tile. That was in the last update. JKS! Because look at these! You can just have them everywhere in each color combination. Exciting. So I do like this sort of outline. I don't know, it's giving that, like the parents could be sitting here, the kids are playing there kind of vibe. Is there any rec stuff that might work? Office. Anything here that I'm thinking is urgent? No. Except... No, I don't want the grass there. Except important, a trash can. Boom. Alright, so try to commit to like a theme here now. Now that we know what I actually want in this area here. So excluding flowers and shit. I'm thinking... There we go. I'm thinking we go for kind of like... this theme. Is that a bit too depressing? Mayhap. What about these? I think that's nice. That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. What I wanted to do was... also still not that! God damn it, I'm not the best with the keys sometimes. But yeah, if you do have chatterers, if you do have a new follow goal that you want me to do for 810, let me know, lads. Because I'm thinking as well. Like the vibe I want to go for here is a bit like natural wood tones. Hi, unknown person, Alex, my mans. How are you, bro? I'm a new viewer. I've never seen you. Holy shit, no. You are completely foreign to me. Have you heard? I heard you have Lego Minecraft, right? I have texture packs that make Minecraft look like Lego. Can you tell me what Minecraft Lego... Oh, in real life! Oh, can you tell me what Lego Minecraft you own already for unrelated reasons? No reasons ever. I own the bee set with the bee house and like a tree with a beehive in it and stuff, and I own the mushroom set. So I only own the ones I think you gave me as a gift. Wow, this completely new Palex00 pass seems really cool, yeah. No, that's the only Minecraft sets I own. I don't own any others. Did you know the bees are trans? In real life or like in Minecraft? Yeah, I think this is a pretty good color scheme. Go bees. Boom. In Minecraft? No, I did not know that. That is exciting. I'm thinking, what about some of this color scheme? Seems pretty nice, and we'll go with some traditional color sand. Like, for real? For real what? It's a big meme that the bees of Minecraft are trans icon. I did not know that, genuinely. My ass was unaware. But I'm glad to know this. Can I move this? There you go. Boom. Yeah, MCBs are canonically trans. That's base. That's lovely. And there's nothing funnier to me. Also, this one bench I think is a different color than all the other benches, but it's fine. We are definitely getting rid of this one bench here, and then we are gonna fix the bench problem. See, Evan Outback, though, whom I've never met before, knows this. You know what would be funny? Go on. I need a bench. If I remember, yeah, it's all these benches are a brighter white. There you go. What would be funny? If me asking about Lego Minecraft was a misdirect, that would be funny. So, absolutely zero reason why you would ever ask about it. Well, I've had, what Sherlock Holmes novels have you read yet? The Hounds of the Baskervilles? Didn't love that one though. And that's the only Sherlock Holmes novel I read. I kind of gave up afterwards. I would be willing to try again, I guess. I just didn't like that particular one very much. It was very slow. Let's have some sunflowers though, by the way. I've actually never read a single Sherlock Holmes novel. I only read one, and it had like such a cute Penguins Classic edition of it with like some lovely graphic design. It was like a red cover with all over pattern. It was very cool, but I didn't like the book, so rip to me. I ended up selling it, but it sold well, so I'm not too upset. Get some flowers down here, and then maybe a bit of bush action. And then mayhap a few bits of grass. Just getting that nature energy. Like, you want to take your kids here. There you go. Looking strong, I'd say. Alright. Now let's get the barbecue area done. I legit have no memory who you are, not gonna lie. You're just absolutely blanking one of my IRL friends, L. You will meet. You will meet soon. Because it's my birthday soon, fellas. Have you thought about that one? I'm gonna add a bit of grass already, just because I love this grass so much. It's such a good little feature. Can I roast you for a sec, Yellow? Yeah? Go on. Is it gonna be... What is it gonna be about? That's such a scary preface. There you go. Add a little bit of... bits everywhere. Alright. Now I'm thinking, when I saw people in that group chat that I did not have saved in my phone, I was like, well, Yellow has other friends. The disrespect! I will have you know, I've invited 10 people to my birthday party. What the fuck? That's not even everyone. 2 people are not even in that group chat because they don't have WhatsApp. The classic, it's the classic. I have like 2 other people who are coming who are not in that group chat. Sorry, by the way, non-group chat. It's because I don't have your phone number, El. You're not in the group chat. I just gave everyone the info. I messaged you individually. I also have one other person that only has Telegram, not WhatsApp. So for them, I also gave the information separately. You could have just asked me. I don't know. I just was like, this seems easier. El is not invited. So actually, he's literally invited. He's literally invited. If you send me your phone number, I'll add you to the group chat. I'm wingmaning, thank you. But I just was kind of like, okay, I'm very stressed about being invited. It's a chill thing. I secured us the table with view of the lanes. If you're wondering, me and my friends were going bowling. Also, chatters, this is my official moment to say that you are not invited. Sorry. I was thinking over the logistics of and my boyfriend is not coming, so I'm extra scared. Well, that's on him. I did invite him, so blubbers. I'm sorry, chatters. We were thinking, like, you guys are like, we were talking about me potentially filming. How's it on him? I'm just making fun. I'm just making fun. I don't know the circumstances. Oh gee, I don't have to fly to Germany for 1 day. Phew! Yellow hates us. Wah! He's in psychiatric hospital. Obviously. Victim blaming right here. Terrible. I'm being terrible now. I'm just saying. It is a shame that he couldn't come, but I did invite him. So, from my end, I did all the good things. He's also nice. I like him. I would have liked to have him there. It's not just okay, I invited him because of you. But alas, yeah, anyway, I was thinking about the logistics. He thinks he's net. Yeah, sorry. It's the Denglish chat. Apologies. It's what happens when I have to talk lots of German at my work. He's a net positive. He is a net positive. So I'm thinking, fellas, for the picnic area, obviously some big picnic tables. Obviously some trash cans. This is not the exact location. I'm gonna have like a little menu sign. That would be kind of cute. Boom. And then I'm gonna have like a grill station. We're gonna have like some barbecues each side. Is there anything else I want to have in the outdoor area? Because I'm going to have like a roof section on over it. Week. Last time at Yellow's birthday, I was also at a psychiatric hospital. I escaped just to be there, not even capping. Well, he said it, not me. He said it. I wanna see. I'm thinking mayhap some woodworking outdoors would be nice. So I'll add like 2 stations here, and then how about some smaller picnic tables as well? Just in case you're not coming in with the whole gang, but like you're just having a vibe. Maybe this area is a little big, but mayhap it's fine. Okay, let me think about this wall sitch. I'm hyped about this build. I'm also hyped about this build. What I thought, what if I do something like this, where I have like little corners, and that's how I, like corner pillars. Okay, not with that thing in the pillar, but is it gonna be multi-floor? Mayhaps, yeah, I was thinking maybe we could have like a little art area somewhere. It should. There we go, we'll do that, and then I want to try out if this is possible, because I don't know if it is. Thinking we have some little pillars in all the corners. And then we put up a roof on top. I don't really know. If what kind of roof I want to go for. Should we do a flat roof? Or like, nah. What are we thinking? It looks kind of bland like that, if it's a flat roof. Ooh. I didn't even know this was in the game. Aha! And now we're gonna go flat. I'm very excited for my birthday. I got the confirmation that the flat fuck. Sure. A bit of a slant and then straight. That's also what I think about in life. What about this? Vibes or like nah? I love this offset feature, by the way. This is also new. What are we feeling? Like the shape, not necessarily the color. I mean, I suck at roofing, so I don't expect me to know if it's good. That's fair. That's so fair. Roofs are fucking awful. I kind of also like the color because it's a bit of a touch. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a touch. So let's see what kind of wall. Like, what if we do? A bit of a touch of what? A bit of a touch of color on everything, because it looks a bit too monochrome toned at the moment. And then I'm thinking, what if we'd add some bricks to this? Like maybe something red. Is that too color, like a positional? Mayhap. But this. Do we like that or like no? What if I, what about this? I could of course match it with the bricks here, but I feel like that's too brick heavy. It's fun. It's kind of fun, yeah. I mean, I feel like we can live with this. Except, of course, I have to match the insides of the pillars as well, because it's gonna look raw otherwise. And I'll add in a matching floor tile in brown. Do we need this? Obviously not, but it's just for my own personal comfort. Alright. Now, do we like this in terms of the colors of the objects, or are we feeling some alterations? Is there a good Ramsey of building? Like someone yelling at you that the building is raw? Surely there are! Like, I mean, there are some people who are very intense about life sim games and their building style. I don't know if Tiny Life has that community, really, but I know Sims has it. Sometimes. where people will get kind of intense about building. But not really like in a mean bullying each other way, more like being excited that someone's figured out something cool. So let's have some bushes around. Yeah, I think this is pretty nice. Add a bit of pathing here. And then maybe some additional, maybe some lighting. I think I'm just gonna have like maybe some candle. Oh, that looks a bit grim. When did you last wash your pillows? What? Just bed pillows? I don't know. Like that full pillow? Yeah, that's what I was asking. The full pillow, the full pillow, or the case of the pillow. The actual pillows don't get the full pillow. The actual pillows don't get really washed that much. No, the full pillows insides are machine washable. I always have like I'm kind of particular when it comes to my sleeping circumstances at home. So I tend to have two pillows, like one pillow, then another pillow on top, and then I have some form of little pillow, which sometimes it's this like controller shaped pillow, and then other times it's a moon. It's a green moon. Don't know why this exists, but it's my oldest plushie of all time. It is a wonderfully crescent moon, but it's like intensely dark green for some reason. No one knows why. I've had this since I was 2 years old, and I have that under my my head immediately because I like the neck support. And that little pillow, whichever one it is, the controller or the moon, does get washed, because that is washable. So I kind of have that as an extra element. But I guess, like, normally the little pillow, every, like, 3 months, maybe? That's, I guess, the best answer I could give. I hate how like weird the positionality of this lamp is. I mean, I know there's a ceiling above this, but I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm just gonna have like 3 lights. I don't think Picnic Time has a center spot. Yeah, I'm just gonna have these like that. I bought new pillows yesterday and they are so big compared to the old flat fuck pillows. Enjoy your leisurely new pillow situation, James. I hate big pillows. My boyfriend loves big pillows. You are a big pillow. We thought about that one? Alright. I'm thinking, right? We have some sort of... I'm not in fact a pillow. You are if you try hard enough. We've thought about that one. So, what's that supposed to mean? It is exactly what it's supposed to mean. If you're sleeping in the same bed as someone else, then you could very much be someone's pillow. I mean, I feel like that's pretty obvious. Oh gee, it's like a crazy rainstorm going on right now. R.I.P. Not for me, it's dry outside. Alright, so let's get some concrete in here just for the time being. Alright, so this is our build size wise. So I'm thinking I want it to be very open, very airy, rec center energy. So it's gonna not have it's gonna like immediately go into the main area. And I do want to have a staircase up already. Thank you, I appreciate it for teaching me. Apply wallpaper. And we are gonna have a nice staircase upstairs. I am human furnace. If someone's going to sleep in the same bed as me, they better be made of ice. I mean, they might. You never know. I am gonna have this area in the back here be like a kitchen or something. And then we need some... I would like this big area to be kind of its own thing. And then I'm gonna do something like this. And we're gonna have some bathrooms in this corner, so I'm thinking something like this. So this is the bathroom area, and then I'm gonna have maybe some sort of library or computer terminal. Additionally secluded area, like here. Okay, but I don't know, that's not, I'm not vibing with that. What about this? I think that's nice. Alright. Rough shape. And then upstairs is gonna be a little bit smaller because it's also gonna have a terrace on top. So it's gonna just be kinda about half of the building. And then the rest is gonna be a big fat terrace. Maybe that's too big and fat of a terrace. I have an idea. What about terrace for this section? And then a roof back here. Something like... The offset's actually so good, by the way. We talk about that. Cold-blooded monsters get bonus points for being cold. Excellent. I don't like this. Thinking... The issue is there isn't a shingle flat roof. So this looks a bit strange. I like the idea though. I think it's kind of cool. Like, let him cook, okay? Let him cook. So I'm gonna do something like this. And then not to do that, but to add the offset. Okay, wait, it has potential. Have faith. Right, it's almost there, it's almost there. The idea's good, I just need more variation. So it needs to go a bit longer here, then do that. And then do this. I think that's kind of cool. What do you guys think? Like, does it have rec center energy? Or is this here a bit weird looking? That roof section here. Maybe. Show other perspectives though. Looks like this. The rainstorm is actually crazy intense right now. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. If we match with this roof here a little bit, I feel like we have a chance. So I feel like it should be... Wait. Ah, crap. Put that on a layer too big. That's so stupid. Alright, this layer. Let's the correct layout for this. There you go. Don't die out. Yep. No death for you. I'm indoors, so. And then we're gonna go with that offset. I would hope so. Yeah, imagine you're standing outside in a rainstorm, just casually watching this video. I was about to say, this stream. Oh, just casually chatting. I mean, look at with the red roof. Like, let him cook, okay? Let him cook. Boom. Ta-da! Yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay. I see the vision. The vision is there. And then we're gonna color match. These bricks. Kinda. By the way, we're gonna add some texture elements here, just for the vibes. Boom. All right, red time. Yeah, I feel like if we go this direction, that might be kind of based. I feel like that might be too intense. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. This would also be too intense. Tiles, that might also again be too intense. But I want it to be okay, so the top part of the house, well, the rec center building, should definitely be kind of lower toned. And then what about, I always really struggle with outdoor coloring myself, like I don't know why, for some weird reason it just okay, let him cook. Let me cook. I promise I have an idea here that could be kind of nice. I don't know, like it has that wreck energy for some reason. I just want some element. Yes. Hold. And then do some sort of, maybe even the red. Mayhap the red can come in and look kind of based. Hold this thought. Do you see what I'm cooking here, lads? I don't know how dark I want that to be. I kind of want it to be like a lighter tone, like this mayhap. This is intensive cooking. Bro is really turning on the heat. Because, do you see the vision? Because of that break for most, I could also add that here if I wanted to. But then it doesn't have that line because it's the fucking roof. So we're just gonna have to deal with that one little awkward corner. But otherwise, I like that line because I feel like it gives it a bit of definition, which it otherwise doesn't have in the front area here. Talk about cooking. What's your funniest cooking fail? Cooking or baking? Important question. Baking, I'd say I did this apple cake, like an apple pie, but it's like more of a cake shape for my mum's birthday a few years back, and it was tasty, but it was very lumpy looking. It's one of those cases where it tasted really good. I'm not an expert on cakes. I've done quite a lot of baking. I'm good at baking, but I rarely make cakes because I have a small family who can't eat that much cake before it goes off. So I tend to make like cupcakes or cookies more than I actually end up making cakes. And oh yeah, another cake was for my dad's birthday. I don't know why it's always birthday cakes. Where I tried to do a fondant top, and it was very sweet. Just didn't vibe that well. Cooking, I don't know. Like a mild cooking fail was the first time I did flatbread, which I told you was about the difference between self-rising flour and all-purpose flour. Obviously, one has yeast and shit in it, basically, and the other doesn't. But another difference is that the type of wheat, like the type used specifically for self-rising flour, is a different density than the flour used, or the wheat used in all-purpose flour. This normally does not make any difference, except if the recipe asks for all-purpose flour versus yeast, like 99.8, it's baking powder. Okay, baking powder, sorry, I'm confused about. But anyway, obviously you add then the baking powder. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was yeast. My brain just died there. So if you look at any old recipe, how to turn all-purpose flour, which you cannot get self-rising flour just regularly in German supermarkets. Doesn't exist. You always have to make a homemade. But if you look at any old recipe, how to make self-rising flour, it's like, oh, just mix all-purpose flour with baking powder and it's fine. It's not immediately fine. You need to up the liquids you're using in the dough to maintain that balance because of the wheat density disparity. So the first time I did this, I did not know this, and I made an American flatbread recipe, like stuffed flatbread, and my dough was really sticky and lumpy again. It didn't come together in a very smooth, nice way. It still tasted good, just a little dry, but it looked like very lumpy. So next, I researched this and I was like, oh, and then next time I just used way more yogurt in the recipe, and it turned out amazing. So I never had a problem with that, but I assume it's also down to proportions. Yeah, for this case, flatbread dough is made with only self-rising flour and yogurt, Greek yogurt specifically. So because it's like 50% of the ingredients, has a massive impact. So if you ever want to make flatbread in your house and you don't have self-rising flour, just up, in this case, the Greek yogurt. So it asks for like 100, I think 120 grams in the recipe or something, and I just add like 170. So, and it turns out perfect. So that was like kind of a lesson where there is an element of cooking that is just straight up science. So it helps if you are struggling to get like a recipe finished up to look at it from a... What the fuck is happening with this floor here? I don't think there's a floor here. It helps looking at it from a perspective of scientific endeavor. So your worst baking fail is just it going very slightly wrong but still being good. I guess I'm trying to think, because I don't think I'm that bad at cooking really, and I don't try a lot of really difficult recipes on the regular. I tend to just kind of go for stuff that I think looks fun and that I am excited to try, and then I follow the recipes. So I don't know. I'm trying to think if there was anything that really failed recently. No, I mean, I made, like yesterday, I came home from work and I was feeling really good, because normally, you guys know this, I work in an office, but I work with files. Hey, Nab! How are you, Queen? We are doing a rec center build in Tiny Knife, and I'm yapping. Oh, could be better. People pat, Queen. Sorry to hear. If you have any ideas for follow goals, though, get some hug, exclamation mark hugs in the chat for Nab. I'm thinking some form of carpet, maybe. for the main rec center area here. You let me add stupid commands that change the stream. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. This is gonna be our computer lab, and then... Oh, we need a children's area. This can be the children's area, mayhaps. Like, chat can control every element on stream. Meeting. That sounds fun. Yeah, we can do that. Should be a DM. Haps. Do some 8 to 10. You should be playing Tiny Life game. True. Tiny Yellow upside down. Fair, fair. Yeah, alright. We're gonna have this as the kids area. And then this here, well, maybe we add some dirt. Some rickety hardwood might like fit the vibe of a rec center. Or maybe not, maybe some proper wood. I don't know, just dislike the rickety hardwood texture. 820, yellow fucking explodes, explosion. No! Streamer explodes! Ain't no way. And then we need some bathroom tiling. Want something more subtle, mayhaps. Where's the other tile? Modern tiles, there you go. We're just gonna... These are the bathrooms, by the way. Oh, one of them could be a stream with chat interaction. I don't know what that would be. Yellow explodes as a million tiny yellows. That would be wonderful. But yeah, where was I? Normally I run around lots, and it's a very, like, relatively intensive job in terms of physicality. These, like, individual bathrooms are not stalls. They're like bigger stalls, but like each has its own sink. I don't know, I was feeling that. I was feeling that energy. I think we could have like a funky colored kitchen, mayhaps. Maybe purple. And then upstairs is just endless carpet. Upstairs is not really. So we have like, this is our hallway room, and then lower that. Does that work? Is there a wall there now? Okay. And then have this obviously as our that looks a bit wrong. That did you put flat roof there? That looks so funny. It just looked funny. Yeah, I probably did put flat roof there. Just funny how it cuts into that. Like, the question is just, are we gonna have a matching floor there? Or just like that? Probably. And then we need some... Let me have a big look, and then... Right, get the wallpaper, obviously. And then I'm thinking... Since we've got so much red, we should probably match the red of the carpet. The concrete, I mean, not the carpet. Don't know why I was thinking carpet. Yeah, because these fences I always think are too big for balconies. Like this kind of sitch. That's what it looks like. Kinda nice, a bit subtle. But we live and we love. But yeah, normally I do a lot of like running around, it's kind of physically intensive, but yesterday at work I actually ended up doing a lot of PC work, like looking through files, so my eyes were tired but my body wasn't as much, so I got home and I made green goddess pasta, which is like like the actual pasta is just regular pasta, but the sauce is a bean spinach based sauce, and it was really fucking tasty, guys. I was proud of myself. So would recommend if you like cannelli beans, like the white ones. I think you would enjoy, fellas. Okay, we are gonna go with some like silver door vibes. Because it's a rec center, I feel like they would have like metal doors. Don't know why, but I'm feeling that. It's like a little window, except obviously for the bathrooms, because that would suck. Oh, we need a staff room as well. Like, that's a good idea because it's technically a public building. Just the bathrooms will have curtains. The bathrooms will just have literally massive, like, just arches. That's terrible. That's the worst thing ever. Now we're gonna just have some grey doors here. Go, and then we need a... up here, I think the way I want to do it is have this as like the staff room area. And then up here, kind of like a little bit of another area, maybe for like a gym area. And then this is gonna be our museum / art appreciation area. The curtain is because it's technically a door. That is hilarious. And then this is our staff area, so we go in here. Actually, I didn't mind having some more carpet. Cute pile carpet. How about that? Mayhaps some blue carpet and then some concrete tiles in light grey for that area, and then doors and windows. We do a door here and then staff door. Boom. Staff door, yumping. So I did make that after work, and I've been doing really well. Like on the days where I go to work, obviously I only tend to do my job and then maybe 1 or 2 other things. So on Wednesday I did, obviously I never do daily work on my thesis, so that's been hype. On Wednesday I did some final discussions with the place I'm celebrating my birthday at, because I wanted to make sure we got the food covered and shit. I'm hyped. I'm very excited for it. And then I've also been doing some work on the media recommendations stream. If you're not yet, I was like, what the fuck is that number? Thanks, mate. I'll add it in a bit. If you don't know, I'm doing a stream soon because you guys really liked the first time I did this, where I give you media recommendations. This is the link to the Google form. If you haven't done it, or even if you have already, but you had another idea, do go for it. You can ask for movies, TV shows, video games, or book recommendations. I highly recommend it, super fun. And I've started working on it. I've done a few people already. And I did go with a new design theme, so I'm super excited to show you. It's really like fun and playful. I'll go with some lighting, by the way, for the first step. I'm thinking we should just have the subtle light everywhere. Because, I mean, it's like a public building, so they wouldn't really invest in crazy furniture, I don't think. They wouldn't have the financial means. You know, like, that's not the vibe that they're going for. And then, let me... Boom, boom, boom. So I did some work on that on Wednesday. And then yesterday, I did a bit of cleaning and... obviously my work on the thesis and shit, but I also, one of my friends was really kind and generous and thought of me because they sent me a job they had heard of. But get this, it's a job doing like correctional work essentially for a book publicist. Would be really hype, guys. I was like, holy shit. And they were like, yo, I heard about this job, you know, if you're still looking for something, it would be super cool. Like, you might like it because it's like in the literary field, which is like obviously one of my top tier fields where I would love to work after I graduate. So I was like, yo, and it's very well paid, 15 euros an hour, chat. So damn. But not a lot of information on the listing because it's like a private student listing basically. And I was like, that's kind of sick. But there wasn't really a lot of information, like how many hours a week, like is it remote, is it in person? I assume it's remote, but you never fucking know. All right, let's do the gym first, by the way. And yeah, not a lot of info, but I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to shoot my shot if I can't take it because it conflicts with my existing job too much. Then you know whatever. I don't really lose anything by still going for it. So I just shot my shot and sent an email. I was like, hey, you know, I have a few questions about this listing. Okay, maybe not the carpet being. I don't want it to be white here. Maybe peach? Yeah, peach kind of works. Then try to have some like nice, relatively neutral colors for everything basically. I feel like, you know what, we're just gonna do that section like this. Then maybe something crazy. And I also just included my resume and just basic shit. But mostly I was like, hey, can I have some more information about this place? But it would be super cool if it is like a remote job. Or if it is only a few hours a week, I could do that and also stream and also have my job that I currently have as a student helper. Be very cool. It would be a lot of extra income that I could use for various endeavors. So wish me luck, chat. I have no idea again about the scope or anything about it. Well, I don't really like that for here, but for here I think it's fine. I'm kind of struggling with the color scheme. I wish there was more options of the solid paint. Maybe we'll do some stripes for here. Yeah, stripes. I always forget stripes exist in this game. Maybe some white. That's for the kids, okay, maybe not for the kids. I have this kind of, and then for the kitchen, I'm thinking some light purple. There we go. So I did do that as well. I'll let you know if anything comes of it. It would be very hype because it's in the field that I would like. And I do have writing experience, both like for non-fiction and for fiction, so I feel like I'd be well suited. Alright, I'll add in what kind of door? Kind of feeling like this type of door. Ah, but that looks so. Maybe this one. How about it? Works out fine, I think. And now we should do windows, honestly, because I tend to forget those. So we'll do. There we go, and then obviously for the bathrooms, no windows. There you go, and then I'm adding in for the kitchen. And some little windows. Each bathroom gets one window exactly. And then upper floor with the same. Staff room gets 2 windows here, then the hallway gets some windows. Yellow City is so true. That. Some windows here. There you go. Boom. Pretty nice, I think. Let's have a look. I think pretty nice. Maybe I change the door up here to be this like fancy curtain. Maybe that would suck because it's not actually closed. Have this type of door. Alright. Add that here. Downstairs covered. Downstairs is covered except the children's room. Kids' room, I think we could have the little clouds. Pretty cute. Boom. Like this wallpaper makes it look like the walls are not covered. It's like white with white stripes. It looks almost exactly the same as the non-covered wall. Like it looks kind of nice, but I don't know. Is it too much looking like drywall or no? Looks cute though. I do think it's cute as well. I'm worried about it looking too much like that. We have that color here, and then this is here, and then the staff room. I'm giving that. I would really love more solid colors. I think for this, I'm going for. It's too samey. Too different from everything else. Just go with white, I guess. Alright, so we've got the basic colors, windows, doors, and shit, so now we can actually do the decoration. Let's start with the bathrooms, because this is like the most boring part. So the way that I imagine this is that we could also have a potty in each of the bathrooms, so it's like child friendly. And that's my executive reason for why the bathrooms are so big for individual stalls. That would be cute though. Yeah, I think so as well. But actually I like it better that way. Not what I want. I want it to be on that wall. So I think that's nice. So you have like a good bit of walkway. And then we could also have a mirror in each of the bathrooms. There we go. The bathroom stitch is covered. It does have that like public lot energy, which is what I was going for. So yeah, that was yesterday. Basically, a lot of work stuff, but I also ended up making that dinner from scratch, and I also cooked my own noodles because my family was out of the house. And today, my dad tried the noodles I made. He was like, "These are perfect." I was like, "Thank you, I appreciate it." So goat level me. And then today I slept in a bit, but not too much because, don't know about you, but today was the day that they were selling the second tour date in the place that me and Tobias TubbyXE want to go visit Dan and Phil's tour in January. And we were sat there, guys, and oh my god, I will never forgive Ticketmaster for being literal hell. Actually, if you imagine hell, they also sold the second round of tickets for Taylor in Gelsenkirchen today, apparently. Fair enough. Which is literally in a week. That's crazy. Imagine having only a week to prepare. Like, I'm glad we're preparing for this like trip and the whole extravaganza in like 6 months' time, because oh my god, I could not mentally prepare for like something like that in a week. But yeah, basically, we already had tickets for one of the tour dates, but to general admission only, because we were already in the trenches and didn't get any other like higher tiered tickets, which would have been like the silver or gold. Basically, one of which is the meet and greet ticket, which is gold. And we were like, great, we get to go, I'm hyped about this, but now that they're adding another tour date, we can try again if we could get... Ooh, I don't like that. If we could get any higher tiered tickets. So I was there, and Ticketmaster would not let me make an account for the life of me. They would just not send the authentication SMSs, like the text messages. I was like, brother in Christ. So that really was quite annoying. And then it was actually fighting in the trenches. And we unfortunately did not get any meet and greet tickets, but we got this middle tier, the silver tickets, which have a like pre-show Q&A and also exclusive merch. So that was very exciting. A bit of like pain as well. Like, it was some serious... Bruh, why is fighting for tickets in the trenches actually the worst thing ever? I'm gonna do the kids' room, by the way, because I like that part the most. So I'm thinking we would have like some cribs. Bit of crib action over there, and then for like any very young kids, and then we can have some... a kid's stove, then maybe some toy boxes. And nice. There's some changing tables here on the... Honestly, we should have a changing table like in the bathrooms. But anyway, we'll just have a changing table station like here. That seems kind of fitting. Alright. Any other toys I want to add? Maybe we could add like a little table. Where's the office? Mayhap we could add a singular table. There's a little chair. And then we could add a coloring book on here. There we go. It's kind of cute. Looking kind of cute. There we go. But yeah, fighting actually in the trenches. So we did get the one class higher of tickets, which enables us to watch the pre-show Q&A and also get the exclusive merch, which is exciting. And then we were talking, I was like, because Toby was the one who actually ended up buying the tickets and the other tickets that we also had gotten for the other show date. And I was like, are you going to sell the other tickets we got? And he was like, probably, unless you want to go twice, Lamau. And I was like, if you're up for it. So we're just going to go 2 times. But which is very funny. I was like, you know, if you also want to go twice, I could pay for one of the tickets that you got. And he was like, it's a birthday present. I was like, holy shit. So when we're meeting up, I'm actually gonna foot the food and any other kind of cost bill, because that is such a generous birthday gift. Actually goat level. I'm gonna do the gym, by the way, because I'm feeling gym. Maybe the gym's actually kind of small. Hold on, I'm gonna expand the gym. A bit of gym expansion is necessary. So that was very unexpected and very, very lovely. So we're just gonna be going twice, which I feel like it kind of makes up for us not being able to actually meet the fellas. It would have been cool, because we both have been watching those guys for like 10 years, respectively, as in both of us have. And I was kind of like, oh, it would be nice, because they're not really the type of people who go on loads of conventions either. But alas, it's still going to be very, very cool as an experience. I think I'm going to do the window sitch like this here. Looks cool. This is the gym room, by the way, if you're wondering. I just realized there's a bit of a space issue here. So we're going to just expand this gym room, because the equipment is large. So we're going to have 2 treadmills, and then a big dumbbell rack, and then some little racks. There we go. Very cute. I like it. This is the gym. I also realized we don't have showers. Okay, I'm gonna add a shower room like in this corner. Because it would be kind of orcs to go do exercise and then you're just like actually getting sweaty as hell and you're not able to shower. I'm just gonna match the aesthetics of the rooms downstairs, just so it kind of has that cohesion. Showerless, yeah, they're all gonna be stinky like gamer energy. That'd be kind of awkward. Boom. Have one door here. So mayhaps one that's directly here, and then do this. And in here, I'm just gonna do. Okay, man, that might be too narrow. We'll just do. That's the grid. We'll just do like this. The most tiny ass bloody showers of all time, but. It's good. And then have doors. With tiny windows. Actually, maybe no, because that's exactly where the showers would be. Alright, because I think this should be enough space, right? If I put the showers in like this. So you go into there's just a shower. Wait, you could have a wall shower, wait. I just realized that might be slicker looking. I always forget there's a wall shower because I think they're kind of strange if you think about it. There we go. That looks a bit nicer. And then have a light. Boom. And then have some sinks. This is looking kind of strong, I'd say. And then I'm gonna have this like, why is the light, one light offset from the other two? It was an accident. It was an accident, RIP. There we go. It also was bothering me. And then have some sinks. Put some mirrors in as well to have that symmetrical look. Boom. So kind of nice. So you come in and you can shower, but you have to go to the bathroom downstairs if you want to have a shit. So big hype. Meaning I'm also gonna be, because of the other date being at a different like later, I'm gonna be slightly moving my UK trip like backwards, but I think I'm gonna still go on the same day that I had in mind. So I'm just gonna stay a bit longer. Should be chill. So now that I know actually what days I'm going to be going to this tour, I can finally. I'm gonna do the staff room next. I can finally like do any of the bookings. So that was very exciting, but also really fucking stressful, and of course a little bit bittersweet because we were trying to get VIP tickets and we did not succeed. I'm gonna have like some beds. I don't know why. I'm feeling like maybe if it's a staff room they would rest here. Then okay, maybe one bed. I feel like one bed would make sense. And then some sofas. Kind of like that, and then the rest should be office equipment. Some like bookshelves. And then some sort of like a little cart maybe, that might be fun. And a regular desk with some sort of basic ass chair and a computer, but like a crap one. I don't know, I feel like that's the vibes. And maybe they can afford like a bit of dingy carpet in the middle. Yeah, I like this. This has staff lounge vibes. There's just a random bed. All the furniture looks a little bit prison core. And after that, I did the traditional once a week big grocery shop with my fam. Was less exhausting than usual somehow. It was very nice. And otherwise, a bit of vibes, a bit of chilling, and now I'm here for you lads. Also, I've been reading. I did finish up Let's Talk About Love with the Ace main character. Fortunately, didn't end up loving it that much. I gave her 3 stars, rip to me. And it was kind of one of those situations that I've had a few times recently where a lot of the plot is based on miscommunication, especially within a friend group, and then it gets solved in a way that I feel like doesn't actually do the conflict justice, and it feels very rushed because it's like, oh, the book's almost over, let's resolve this conflict. Which in this case, the Let's Talk About Love is about a girl called Alice who is at university or like college, but she's kind of a little bit directionless. Her girlfriend just broke up with her, basically because they weren't well suited in that Alice is Ace and is not out as Ace to pretty much anyone except her 2 closest friends. And she wasn't out to her girlfriend, and the girlfriend was not a good match in intimacy. They break up, and Alice moves in with said 2 friends, who are also a couple, and have been for like the longest time. And so that's one side of a conflict, very much the whole, oh, she just got dumped, and she also has this conflict about not being out about being Ace, because she doesn't want to be defined as the Ace person, and all the struggle, blah blah. And then also she's an undeclared major at college, and her family's very much pressuring her to to study law, and she doesn't want to, but she's been kind of avoiding discussing with the family. So that's like the 2 plots. The one plot is figure out who you are outside of your parents' expectations, how to deal with that, and all this stuff. And the other side is like romance, intimacy. So she works at a library, and she there meets her new love interest, Takumi. and suddenly feels like differently about him, which makes her question her sexuality and all this stuff. She's bisexual canonically. I really like the Toronto Connection series by Cass Lennox. That's about ace mains. Ooh, nice. And so you have those two conflicts, and Alice is it's a good range. Some of them still like sex, some of them don't and stuff. Yeah, like, it's good to have diverse rep, even within a category, or especially within a category, I guess. So where is the museum stuff? In the decoration area, right? Yeah. And Alice is kind of like a bit of a like fangirl type character. She just has like her interests. Like, she's very into food, she's very into watching TV shows, she's like a fangirl, right? Slash affectionately, like, my ass does not judge. There we go, we're gonna have all of these. The Pengu speaks. I'll have this guy over here. And oh, this wall is just not covered. Rip. And we have this very interesting, I forgot about Pengu Speaks. It's very cute, it's very cute. I like it a lot. So that's the kind of, and then I'm gonna have some little pedestals over here with some art on here. Some for your information signs. This is the art gallery section, basically. Ooh, and then some pedestals as well. In the middle area here, I feel like that's gonna be kind of nice. And then mayhaps some bowl. I'm gonna add one of these. Try to decide on other stuff to add as like exhibition elements. I'm kind of struggling. Add one of these. Maybe one of these. That works. And anyway, so she meets Takumi and she has this whole conflict. And their romance is very like, it's very dreamy, it's very, or like their relationship. It's like, because she has this whole conflict about does she feel attraction, like sexual attraction to him or not. They have kind of like a relatively slow build of relationship, which I think is quite well done for the most part. It's a bit insta-lovey, but in a way that I personally felt like was kind of sweet. So that was not really the issue I had. The issue I had was one of the side conflicts is about Alice and her two friends who are, as mentioned, a couple. They're planning to get married and everything afterwards, and they've always been a trio, but of course, because two of them are in a relationship, there's been like some elements where they might say things that make Alice feel like she's obviously part of the group and everything, but then they go off and do their own stuff like that Alice is not included in because, oh, those two are a couple and she's not part of that couple. And the entire conflict is basically that Alice has already felt kind of a little bit excluded and worried, especially with more talk about them, like her friends getting married and stuff, where she fits into that picture. And then she meets obviously Takumi, who is her love interest, and she starts spending quite a lot of time with him. And one of the friends, one is a guy called Ryan, the other one is a girl called, I think, Phoebe or Freebie, I already forgot. And she, the girl, gets super annoyed and genuinely like shit to Alice out of jealousy over being replaced. And then you have this entire conflict that culminates in them having a big blowout, and Alice apologizing for being selfish and an arsehole for having another friend, and clearly having communicated that she feels excluded by, like, the heteronormativity and, like, the expectations of, oh, the relationship between her friends has to come first because they're together. It's never addressed! I swear to you. And at the end, it's like, oh, they hug and make up, and then obviously the epilogue is, like, the marriage, like, the wedding for her friends. And that was just not, like, that was, it's the similar issue that I had with Iris Kelly, Does a Date, where there's also a conflict between the friend group, and it has two layers. One layer in that book is obviously the Iris not wanting love, not wanting sorry, not wanting. I love that book. I love that book way more than I liked Let's Talk About Love, because it's conflicts, but it's two layers. One layer is very much about, like, basically some level of not fitting in with conformity. And then there's another layer that's rooted more in insecurity on an individual level. And Iris Kelly really addresses one part of that conflict really well, like the insecurity and the, like, why does Iris not feel like she can have love and she can have a romantic relationship, and how, but it doesn't, to me, it didn't address the tie-in to the cultural expectation of needing and having to want romance and marriage and children in your life. In this book, Let's Talk About Love, the conflict is obviously about, oh, it's a trio, but the difference between platonic and romantic relationships and how they're valued and treated in life, especially as you get older and things. There's a lot of people who have that expectation that your romantic partner is your number one in life and no other friend can even come close to comparing, and that you always have to put your romantic partner first in life. And also that you will, like, only live with your romantic partner, not also live with your friends and stuff like that. Like, you are free to feel like that, by the way. I'm just saying, and it's okay to have that and to want that in your life. I'm just saying it is how the cultural norms are at the moment in Western society. It's not as the same in other countries, obviously. There are different cultures where it's, for example, really normal to still live in the same house as your family, even when you are old enough to have your own family. So, also when you're old, haha. But, you know what I mean? Like, there are different expectations about, like, when are you going to move out? Who are you going to live with? What's your family unit, right? And then the other element is the classical feeling replaced by your friend hanging out with someone else lots. Which there was an element of Alice not communicating very well about this element to her other friends and just kind of dipping and shit. Which was obviously shit, and it's good that was kind of addressed at the end. But the element of, it was literally not properly addressed at all. They talk around each other, with Alice not bringing it up, but just being, like, met with, of course I treat him differently. He is my boyfriend. You are my best friend. And it's like, but you can't have it both ways. You can't ask someone to treat you and your, like, relationship as special, as, oh, we are a family, we are different, but then saying, but actually we're not, because I treat my future husband different than I treat you. It's okay to treat them differently, but don't pretend that you're not, you know what I mean? Like, that thing was really messy. And then it was, like, tacked at the end. The conflict with the parents had a lot of build-up about, like, choosing your own way, and there's also a lot of racial dynamics because Alice is also black, and it's all about, like, black excellence and the expectations set upon black people in America to be supernaturally perfect and succeed at life and shit, to, quote-unquote, be one of the good ones. Obviously, a difficult dynamic to live with, as she is. She's black, she is a woman, and she's queer. Like, it's the intersectionality. Complicated, right? But then, basically, she ends up telling her parents, I don't want to go to law school, I want to study interior design, because that's what she is passionate about. The parents, like, immediately cut her off. And then, like, her dad ends up calling her, and it's like, you know what, like, this was kind of a bit of a shock, but I want to still support you. Your mum's going to take some time to come around. I'm going to pay for your rent and shit for your future education. And, like, cool, epic, but they had so much build-up, and they never have, like, a longer conversation, and it's all tacked on in the last 20% of the book. Which I'm like, bruh, we spent so much time building up the relationship between Alice and Takumi. To its credit, this book would have really benefited from having the B and C plots. Acton! Hello! Welcome in, numbers! We are doing some ranting about books while making a rec center build. This is what I've got so far. We've got a little playground area. We've got a barbecue area / picnic. Books, yeah. And then we have the main building. Yump. Currently, this is kind of like an art section that I've made, which I think looks quite nice. I'll also add some little painting stations up here, because I feel like that fits the vibe. I love books. Yeah, I'm talking about a book called Let's Talk About Love, which is a YA romance book / coming of age that I didn't end up loving as much, that I had big issues with. But my favorite one is only in Polish. People sad. RIP, no translations available. My Polish, unfortunately, is so rudimentary, I doubt I could read a children's book. And I can't share it with anyone. RIP. I wish I could tell you I speak fluent Polish, but I fucking don't. RIP to me. Okay, we'll have another area up here, I think, with... I'm thinking mayhaps some more art. I know, people sad. Rippity, that's why I'm sad. That sucks. I'll have some picnic tables up here. And then... just gonna do it like this, and then delete you. And I can't make small references to the main character now. Like, he is so me, but no one gets it. Oh, that is some rough things. I have some books that I really love that are German originals and that have never been translated to English. So I feel the pain, man. I feel the pain. I really do. What else would we mayhap? Okay, mirror wouldn't really make sense. Maybe not a bookshelf. Maybe a cocktail bar. How about it? We have a bar. Okay, maybe it's a rec center. Maybe not a bar. That would be a little bit silly, but maybe some counters. Like outdoor counter sitch. Could be nice. I'll add like a little section here. I'm this close to doing a Walmart translation for my friends. You should! Doing like your own little translations actually is kind of like a fun little challenge. I found. I do have plans to translate some of the books I know and have never been translated from German into like do my own English translation. So I would recommend. Do some cakes up here. Ta-da! And then in this area maybe we'll do some more. Wait, I don't want to have this color, I want it to be this color. I'm fluentish with translations, translating my entire conversation with my dad about the F1 ban to peoples without an issue. Nice, nice. Translation is very, very cool. I'll also add some more grills up here. And then I'm thinking a trash can over here. And this area, maybe something else, I don't know. Especially when I think in English, yet live day to day in Polish, it becomes easy. That is so real. Like, I also think in English these days more than I think in German. And it's just kind of like, sometimes a bit of a blend, but it is... Sorry for the yappery, people giggles. No worries, feel free to yap. I mean, we're just doing some building and decorating at the moment, so it's the perfect avenue. Like, we're not focusing on a story or anything. I don't know, this area looks a bit empty, so I'm thinking maybe something else here. It's a good yap environment. Maybe a plant. So fascinated by the thinking in X thing because I don't consider myself to think in language at all. I have to translate my thoughts either way. That's such a wild thing to me. Because I'm such a literary thinker, I guess. I'm also a yapper at heart, you guys know this, so I yap to myself out loud occasionally by myself, so when I'm like trying to think through something complicated. So I'm already, I guess, predisposed in many ways to have my thoughts be immediately expressible by words. Some people don't have the narrator, so it's weird for you, but normal for me. Yeah. Like things are very different for people, and I think it's quite fascinating. I'm trying to think what else might fit here. Not as you have some kind of narrator, but not a constant voice, maybe. Yeah, stuff like that. Maybe I'll do another. Have a voice or sentences. That's kind of cool. I think mine is pretty sentencey as well. I'd reckon. Best thing is I think about my book in English and the book is in Polish. That I get that though. That is so real. No, I don't like that. So I'll just leave that space a little bit open. Like it feels too open, but I think it's still fine. I have a perfect imagination and perfect narrator. People clap. That is lovely to read. I see an apple with all detail and I can move it, not does. Same with narrator. That is very, very cool. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm I'm not 100%. I'm not at 5. If you've ever seen that scale chat where it's like, how do you visualize something? Consciously, if I'm trying to visualize something, I don't get that full level of control and detail. But if I'm reading a book, sometimes I genuinely feel myself like transported in the words. Like it's not like I'm in a movie. It's kind of different. I understand the seeing with detail thing. I keep talking to my boyfriend about it. Apparently he like sees the apple as if it were in the world, but I don't at all about. Yeah, that is like that spectrum. Like some people think it's like feel like it's actually in front of them basically, or they have like a mental space that works in 3D. And it's like it's a spectrum for people. I definitely don't have that level of control mentally. That level of, is it aphantasia or just explain it differently? It could be either. Again, it is like very much a spectrum where there are obviously people who basically don't see anything and they can't picture anything that's not right in front of them, which is aphantasia. But I feel there is a spectrum where not everyone can see the same things basically. But for me, when I like that one experience of reading something, I genuinely feel transported in it, kind of feels like I'm in the words, if that makes sense. It's like the scene is constructed in a way that feels like it's made out of words, like physically. So I'm in the text and I feel like I'm submerged, and it genuinely has that like, oh, I'm coming up for air when I get ripped out of that. But it isn't like I'm watching a movie. Does that make sense? Not really. I can picture things and that I can imagine what a red apple looks like, but I don't see anything. Do people actually see things like? I thought it was just a turn of phrase. Apparently some people do see. Yeah, it is a big spectrum. And it's one of those things that sometimes you don't even think about it too consciously. I visualize stuff fairly good, can sometimes get into a state where I can imagine stuff even better, can fully feel, see, hear, etc. stuff. I usually have to have low amounts of stimulation for my senses to be in that way. That's very cool. Alright, let's do the computer lab, by the way. That should be pretty chill. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, yeah. So I'm just gonna do it like that. I think that's kind of a nice... measure. I can see the apple moving around. It's not as clear as it would be if I was actually seeing an arrow, but it's there. That's very cool. I like that. And then I'm just gonna have some PCs. Get some chairs. Like seeing it. So that I'm adding some like carts. That's quite cool. Like obviously very basic because it's like literally a workroom. There you go. And this room here is kind of just a walkthrough room. I think I'm gonna add some mirrors maybe, so people could train their speech a bit. Some sort of cabinet. Oh, a shelf. Good idea. I love those mirrors. The mirrors are really cool addition. I like it a lot. Have some shelves around. And also a bit of design here with some sofa action. I'm adding a coffee table. Yeah, but I see it behind my eyes, if that makes sense. I also see it like behind my eyes. Like if I picture anything, it's kind of like I have a black room or like a void behind my eyes, or like slightly behind above, if that makes sense. And that's kind of like where I can move shit. One time my family were all trying to guess how much a gold bar weighed for reasons. I thought about how much I thought it would weigh in my hand and I got very close. That's crazy. That is very, very cool. There you go. A table in the middle, and then maybe we could have a TV here. The museum sitter. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Should probably have some of that in the museum, but can have one here. Never held a gold bar, so I don't know why it worked, but it did. That's very sick, Wes. Alright, so we've got the kitchen still, which is gonna be kind of fun. This is like an industrial kitchen, so we're gonna go with pretty baseline furnishings. Fridge, then a stove, then trash can in the corner, a tea kit, a sink for here, and then we're done pretty much. Literally the basic ass kitchen. And then we have this big area here, which is the only thing not furnished. So far I'm very happy with it. Like it definitely has that public lot, big size furnishing. We have a shower area. We have a rec gym section here. Then we have the outdoor area. We have a museum / art space with some easels as well. Staff room, kitchen, toilet / bathrooms. Then another chill lounge area with some mirrors and some baby changing tables, and then a baby room, and then a PC lab. Honestly, I think I'm gonna add another door here. There we go. But yeah, so true. Looks very fancy. I'm very happy with it so far. Down here, I really want to go into like a hobby room style, so we're gonna focus on that. So I want to do some desks. We're gonna do desks over here with some pink chairs. Because I'm gonna do the three-way where we have a PC here, coloring book here, jigsaw puzzle here, very cute, and maybe a plant in the corner. But yeah, overall, unfortunately, I didn't. Like, that was my main issue with the book. Like, the pacing was bad with Let's Talk About Love, and then I felt like the friendship conflict was handled really shit, and then the parents conflict was also very lackluster. And I didn't view it that severely personally, but I did read quite a lot of the reviews that felt like the ace rep in the book was very one-dimensional / kind of limited. But I didn't always like. There was, in my opinion, there was like a bit of a disconnect where Alice is a very online person in this book. Like, she is a Tumblrina, okay? She is very in touch with online sexuality discourse, basically. Ace representation aware, yeah. But she has this main conflict throughout the majority of the book where she is unsure if she has felt sexual attraction to her love interest and was like physically responding to him and stuff. And she's very much like, oh, but does that mean I'm not Ace? Or like, what's going on? Which I think that plot itself is not too like bad of a plot. Fair enough. But it seemed a bit weird that a character that is so in touch with online, in depth, like she goes on, right? Discourse about sexuality and specifically asexuality, the spectrum and everything, and kind of confuses arousal and attraction, and also the concept that aces can feel both, that there's a spectrum and all this stuff. And it's like, if she wasn't so online, this plot would make sense, you know what I mean? I bought a drawing tablet today, went so smoothly, I still can't believe it. I knew what I wanted, it wasn't the one to pay, so yeah, I'll be waiting for tomorrow at my dad's early birthday present, investing my birthday privileges into my future haps. That's so epic! What kind of graphic tablet did you get? Or like drawing tablet? Tell me. So yeah, I feel like that plot would make sense. It would be an interesting plot to do if you had a character that was like just coming to terms with being ace and maybe isn't plugged into the theoretical / social examination of everything. But then having a character who is kind of makes all these things up and slightly outsizedly angst over it for like an entire book was a bit of a choice. I didn't feel like it was that big of an issue because I overall felt like relatively fond of Alice. A lot of people were like, which I didn't like, were basically like, oh, she's an ace character and she enjoys cute things and she is very like excitable. She's a very like happy character. That means she's an infantilized character, which I'm like, no, that does not mean that immediately. I personally found her to be like a fun, like charming, interesting character. I overall, most of the time, liked her, right? Which apparently a lot of people did. A lot of people found her like annoying and childish, which, okay. Don't love that. Maybe it was just touchy ground because the cause of infantilization for ace people is obviously an important issue. But I just felt like immediately going from, oh, this is a character who is both ace and also enjoys cute things. That means immediately the character is infantilized. Didn't love that jump personally, but whatever. Main point there was I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's not going to be a book I keep or reread. It was a lot of wasted potential in my opinion. I'm going to use these big bookshelves for down here. So that was kind of a shame. I'm going to have some sofas. I'm going to use the same sofas here. have this entire area. I'm gonna do some moving. I wanna slightly move that to the side. And then move this to here. I have some tables in the middle. So that was kind of a shame. But what did arrive, which I was very excited, I'm gonna have this like console table. I don't like labels. The queer with capital Q. Decide we now need. I know it might be comforting to find exact labels, but still, why do we have over 100 of them? I'm not in touch with the discourse about gender sexuality at all. You are, I love who you want, but I'm aware of the fact that romantic and sexual things are different, and that asexual never equals asexual. As in, like, someone who is asexual doesn't have to not engage with sex. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I feel like when it comes to label stuff, like, I'm an old queer, okay? I've been here for a long time. Literally and metaphorically. And I do see it now, and people have been talking about a bit, like, the concept of being a baby queer. It's where it's kind of, it feels like it's such an important thing, and you feel very comforted by having found your people, and a lot of this, like, nitty-gritty stuff is very important to you. And I think it's just a phase that people will go through, and Huion Canvas Pro 12, nice! I've heard of the Huion, like, lines of tablets. They have gotten, like, decent feedback as far as I see, but I'm not in touch with the newer models. But I'm super hyped for you. Have fun figuring it out. I'm saying, obviously, I'm not saying you can't, like, this is just a thing that newly out queer people do, but the sort of policing of other people's identities, I feel like if you're still doing that, if you've been out for a few years, I'm like, mate, get a grip. Other people's identities are not your fucking business. But alas, my point there being that I feel like whatever makes you personally, like, what's the spark for you? I call myself gay, just a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I don't know what I am. I'm experimenting. I just know I'm not straight. That's so valid. It can be very intimidating, this sort of, like, over fixation of, like, you need to have the perfect micro label for you. So just have a vibe, figure out yourself, and just have fun with it, honestly. There's no reason you can't go with whatever label, feel it out, and just decide however you like it over time. There's absolutely no timeline that you need to follow. This is my rec center vibes here, and then I want to have a bit more hobby stuff. Don't want this. What else do we have that's a hobby item? We already have the easel stuff upstairs, and I want to have more easels. Elle, is there anything I'm missing in terms of hobby items that I haven't already placed? Otherwise, I would just do more bookshelves and seating, because I think that's still, like, good vibes. Right, then we'll just do the seating. I'll do, like, some seating arrangements here. There we go, and then I'm gonna have some plants for decoration. So I just have a load of fun with everything. Honestly. Literally, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't take it, like, if you see someone who's being a bit intense about labels or about any of this stuff, don't take it too much to heart. If it feels right for you, it's right for you, alright? I mean, I like labels, and it's cool if they feel like they're your thing, and also cool if none of them fit you, although nobody should feel like they need a label, and also there's no need to make them into boxes. And, like, if someone uses a label differently than you, then let them be. Like, what does it matter? Exactly. Like, I have gotten very much to that point where, at the end of the day, right, what mindset are you going in? I personally go in with the mindset if someone is using terminology or labels in a different way than me, that let's say, except for obvious bait, which you can obviously tell, but generally speaking, that if I'm in a space that is someone expressing themselves about their identity, and I'm taking that as them talking about it in a way that works for them, even if it is contrary to what I normally think. It's obviously okay to inquire, like, great example, right? I'm reading a lot about basically trans identity theory, which is an offshoot. It's oppositional in some ways, but overlapping in other ways with feminist theory and with queer theory. And in that sphere, right, there's a lot of terms, there's a lot of things, right? It's an older text. So, I have a very old idea of queerness, the reason behind being my parents. I respect all gays and pronouns ideas. I need to be normal about it, not make it special. I live by it, express myself, and learn about myself on my own without making it something special to strangers. They don't need to know I struggle. I don't need to tell them my label. I think it doesn't need to be in my bio. It can come up in conversation, but it's not my personality. It's not an important part of me. It is an important part of me, but it's not my whole personality. That's so fair. I feel like everyone has their own position, as long as you pick what works for you and just basically focus on yourself. I'm someone where I don't have my sexual identity or my whatever everywhere plastered. That's just not my vibe. I don't really want to be like the gay streamer. I made that decision a long time ago. But if you actually watch any of my streams, like, there's no fucking illusions that I'm very gay. So it's more like if you know, you know what I mean at this point about my identity and everything. So I've never actually seen anyone make their identity their whole personality. And if you are freshly out queer and you're very excited and you just absolutely love it, like, go for it, man. Like, you do you. This is what I'm saying. Like, I have quite a few people that are like, that I follow on social media in some capacity that, for example, are very out and proud lesbians. And I'm like, that's like amazing. You go, you girl. You know what I mean? Especially because lesbian visibility is a big struggle in the media. So I'm like, it's extra special that you are very vocal about the fact that you are a lesbian. Well, you know what I mean? At that point, I'm like, if that's like making it special, a part of your personality or making your whole personality, then fucking go for it. I don't give a shit. I'm like, hyped for you. You know what I mean? So, and in some right-wingers' eyes, just literally ever mentioning that you are queer is putting it in everyone's face. And I'm like, actually suck a dick. Okay, actually, to be fair, no one's dick wants to be sucked by that. Okay, can we just like... That's what I'm saying, like, honestly... Never mind, I'm not about to say it. 90% of my friends are queer, none of them make it their whole personality because that would be insane and frankly impossible. Yeah. This is what I'm thinking about. Like, why is it like telling someone else to suck a dick like an insult? Because honestly, in some cases, this is a privilege, but... Anyway, side noting here. I don't know, I just think that there's a level of... If you're going in, it's assumed as based on misogyny. Yeah, as always. Classic, it's just always misogyny. That, if I'm going in and someone is describing up their identity or how they envision it, I'm going in generally with a concept of being open about it, like being open-minded. But some people will go and assume that someone else has to be malicious about things, that they have to be doing it for like a bad purpose. You know, I've been told I passed so well, no one knew I was gay, and isn't that sometimes the point? I just feel very good when people just go acting the silly guy. I don't want people bringing me in as the one possibly trans guy. I feel like that we kind of went away with the trans thing, away from the point. I saw so many trans folks tell people they are trans just to get hated. If you pass, why do it? Especially on the internet. I mean, the person to live as a trans person. Why? Well, I feel like there's a line where it's valuable to have people be open about their identity to make others not feel alone, especially if it's a marginalized identity, because the person, like people might not have anyone that is being open in their town. So I also think it's a random point to mention that putting your identity in your bios not only warns of certain type of people, but also lets people know you're fostering a safe space. That's why cis people should pronouns in bio. Real. Everyone should just have their pronouns on. Because it's fucking annoying having, like, I have it multiple times when I try to rate someone and I have no idea how to address them. Pronouns are totally a yes for me, you notice. When it comes to being out about certain aspects of your identity, it's always a question of what are you yourself comfortable with. Because, again, I can say, part of me is like, not wanting to be open about certain parts of my personality on my bloody Twitch channel is a question of not wanting to be reduced down to it. But another part, of course, is a question of, like, safety, because being publicly open about certain elements like that means you're, in some ways, a target. If someone is trans and a closeted trans person finds out, it's likely they'll feel more understood and supported implicitly. Sort of, yeah. I mean, I can really go into, like, right, I'm reading this text. You guys know this. It's called Gender and Identity. What was it? Sexuality and Gender Identity, I think is the text called. What's it called? Gender and Sexual Identity, there we go. Transcending Feminist and Queer Theory, which I'm reading for my thesis. And the basic point of this book is it's about a qualitative study where they asked a bunch of questions about identity, like masculinity, femininity, gender identity, and that stuff, to 3 groups. One group was cis-het people, one group was cis, lesbian, and gay people, and then the third group, this is kind of an older study, was trans people. Just didn't even specify what sexuality or whatever, but like that's the 3 groups. And it had like things like, do you think gender is something essential to that is immutable, and things like that, those kind of questions, and they ask those people. And the concept of having, I guess, like some sort of essential gender fucking vibe was something that the majority of of both cis-het and cis-gay people agreed on, but the trans people in that questionnaire didn't, so kind of interesting. Environment is in putting your very specified sexuality there. Want to put LGBTQ plus IA in there? Sure, but like we're trying to get to the point. People don't treat queerness as something special. Weird, I don't see straight people putting straight in their bio. Why should gays that strive for being accepted as something normal? Don't make being queer special. That's kind of interesting, because there is also that strand of thought in queer theory, which is very much about queerness inherently being disruptive to normalcy in that way. So I'm like, I don't know where I stand on this, honestly. Until non-queers don't see it as special in a negative way anymore, queer people must treat it as something to be talked about, because otherwise it will never be normalized. That's just how protest works. I feel like it's a complicated issue. I just kind of feel like the best way to do it is think about it, where do you land, and act accordingly, right? I personally think that there is a level of how I navigate the world personally that is just different than the majority of the world population, which I don't mind. I personally am aware of that, and so I don't expect the world to move towards my direction. And I don't necessarily think it's a desirable goal in life for me. But that's just me. But I have to say, as a young queer, having people on the internet be out in public, when in my high school there was 2 out people in the entire school, both of which were bisexual, right? Having that visibility was something that was very meaningful when I was younger, and it was those people exposing themselves to hatred on the internet by being out about their identity. So I'm it has that element, because it's one thing to watch a movie and it's a fictional character, but it's if a real person has an identity that you feel a kinship with, that can be super meaningful, and it could be for many people even a reason to pull through. seeing it in real life is so different, so meaningful. Yeah, 100%. And I myself have very much encountered what a difference it is if you have like someone who is a gay and they have almost zero other gay friends and they're very submerged in heterosexual culture, or heteronormative culture, I should say, versus someone who has like a more diverse friend group and a more diverse social sphere. And it does still make a difference, even if you have been out for years. So everyone positions themselves differently. And I think it's all valid. The part that I dislike is when someone uses other people's personal decisions as like it's like I'm not like other gays TM. It's literally rebranding I'm not like other girls, but for gay people. I'm like, my brother in Christ. Like, sorry, we're all gonna be slaughtered by queerphobes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, no, it's like other girls. No, that's how identity works. I'm not a clone, bro. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Like I'm not like other girls was very much like I'm cool. I'm not girly. I'm not boring. Like this was this whole thing. And I would say that the whole I'm not like those annoying queer people is literally the exact same thing. And at the end of the day, if you're facing someone who is a homophobe, a transphobe, otherwise opposed, they are not gonna care what degree of queer you are. You're all just gonna be scum in their eyes. So my goal is something I want queerness to become is something as casual as saying, yeah, me and my boyfriend as a man. I want it to become as natural as saying you have a girlfriend now. It's something I feel like we need to go towards. I agree. Not yet, but we still have danger lurking about in 10-20 years. Let it be normal, not special. Hope we, the people already out, learn that maybe one day can be casual about it, not make a special thing. So I know we cannot do that right now. I do not have a death wish. Yeah, that's 100%. I agree with that sentiment. I would absolutely love to have less assumptions and expectations put out, where like every time you mention someone who's a friend of yours and they're like that, it gets treated as such like a big thing. No one have to be afraid of being killed for who they are. 100%. I agree. I guess it's kind of like a queer relationships, queer love, queer identity. I would absolutely love to become part of the expected sphere. Something makes it special. I don't really sense that putting you by like it's something special. Like, how does that implicitly make it special? I guess it's because you're noting it. Like it's just you're noting it when someone who is. But there are super straights. Okay, let's not think about the fact that there aren't people who put that they're straight in their bio. There are. I don't know. What if we've just been. I'm really liking this conversation though, because it's everyone has such different perspectives and has different paths in life that they've gone through that inspire them or make them think about things this way. And I really like how all of you guys have your own perspectives. So I absolutely want you guys to keep sharing what you're thinking. Also, if anyone has a follow goal idea, by the way, I've been mulling it over in my head a bit. I feel like just wanting queer relationships and the whole shebang to be a normal expected course of action is a shared goal for most people. Start permanently including a rainbow flag in the stream. Where though? Center just the entire screen. That's silly. In the middle, covering everything. Yeah, you cannot see anything. It's just the gay picture. The gay picture. Yeah, it's just the gays. Yeah, I mean, one thing that I've seen people talk about recently, which I think is lovely. That could be a bad reach. Why is there sofa facing the back of a TV? Where? Oh, just because I couldn't do two TVs on this table. Yeah, saying something does not make it special, but saying so as a gay person kind of implies it is special. You're just a human loving someone. If you're in a safe environment, just say it without the as a gay. You are not gay who is a person, but a person who happens to be gay. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know, it's because I also talked about being gay in a safe environment, Lamau. I don't know, I mean, I could also... No, it's just here so people could sit here, I guess. Right. I wish I could move this, but I have to take the TV off, which sucks. I was just making fun, you could leave it the way if you like. Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of because I was thinking of it as like a general lounge area. There's another sofa here. Go away, no it bothers Yell. It's a hallway though, not gonna lie. It is kind of a hallway, but it's also... It'd be boring if there's nothing in the hallway. Don't need to accept... I need to accent, but don't need to accent it, I guess, if we strike for it to be normal. I think I tried to be casual about it in my save zones. Don't accept it. Accent it. Oh, people know because I let it slip casually. Oh, fair enough. Again, I feel like we're getting to a point where it's like everyone just has their own comfort zone, their own level of how they cover it. Some people are very loud and open about it. Other people are more casual, nodders. Yeah, I'm not saying anyone needs to accent unless they want to for the record. I just also don't think that saying as a gay implies that it's special. I think like, maybe it was just like an example as well. Could be. Is there anything that you think is missing, by the way, chat? I feel like we've covered the ground pretty well. Maybe another plant. Oh wait, we could have a coat hanger here. The tidies populating this beautiful lot are missing, obviously, but it's like a public lot, so they're not going to be living here. They're just going to be visiting. Let's have another plant. Boom. I think it's done. Did say populating, not living, to be fair. I think it's pretty good. We have I might sound angry at something. I generally love seeing you guys' point of view. I understand the value of points. No, I get that. I appreciate you clarifying. So cute. I love the lot, actually. I think it turned out so good. We have a little outdoor. Now I'm good. Thanks. Yeah, like the thing I love the most about this kind of space is where everyone can like express their opinion, and we're all going in excited to learn. We're not going in just to tell our own point of view. We're going in also excited to hear everyone else's. So I really enjoy that. That is a very valuable space to have, in my opinion. Yeah, there we go. So we've got an outdoor picnic area. And we've got an outdoor play area for kids. Then we've got a computer lab, a children's room, toilet/bathrooms, hallway/living room, another like big rec area for hobbies and reading and stuff, a kitchen, museum, staff room, gym shower, upstairs picnic area. Did you check the big new trees yet? Yes, I did see them in the preview, but I haven't placed them. We've got some large trees now. Look, guys. This is the regular cypress and then the large. We have a small evergreen and the big evergreen. Thick boys. Boom. But they don't fit the neighborhood here. Tasty trees. The trees are very tasty. I like them a lot. Good addition. Yump. And then I'm gonna add some more like bushes in the back as well. Did you put the new flowers? Yeah, loads. You can see. That are actually secretly just the old flowers somehow. Yeah, I did put them. They're nicer grass too, though. You can change the stems independently of the grass color, which you can't on the integrated type. Yeah, I noticed. It's very cool. And then I'm gonna have some here. then a bit here, then maybe some here and here on the path lines, then add a bit of flower here. Yippee! My brain. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Speaking of like interesting queer stuff, so after I finished Let's Talk About Love with my 3-star rating, and I'll be selling it as a hardcover copy, like someone else will probably really enjoy that book. I got a book in the mail, which is for my reading. Speaking of interesting queer stuff, my subathon. Oh, good cross line there. I have a subathon upcoming, actually, chatters. It's on the 26th of July this year, 4 p.m. BST start time. Bring your subbies, bring your primes, and bring your dimes. But also bring your time if you have it. If you would care to note it in your calendar, I would highly appreciate it. It's something that I'm super excited for. As you can see, we've got some lovely sub goals, some fun just chatting streams, some games, some sillies, and of course more goals to be unlocked. There's a shopping stream on the sub goal list. Note it down, fellas. I'm very, very excited. Okay, as you wish, I will donate a dime. Thanks, just a literal dime. But yeah, yippee. So then I got in the mail, I got my lovely read for my romance reading challenge, which is a queer book as well, called Bear, Otter and the Kid by TJ Klune of The House in the Cerulean Sea fame. And because if any of you guys know that book, I really love that book, The House in the Cerulean Sea. I gave that 5 stars. It's a really cool fantasy, found family, queer, romance, undercurrent story about misfits and about society and how it treats those that it considers other. And it's also just a good fantasy, so would recommend. And that book exploded. Like, it was super popular a few years ago, and it made people look at TJ Klune as an author and realize he had a really large, pretty much exclusively self-published backlog, about 10 years or so. And including multiple series and all this stuff, and Bear, Otter and the Kid is the first book in a series of said self-published books. And it's about, makes sense, a guy called Bear whose mum runs out on him, so he's left raising his younger brother by himself. And he kind of like paused his own life to take care of his younger brother. And then you have his best friend and the romances between him and the older brother of his best friend. As a whole, it's a really interesting POV. It is a bit of an older book, I have to say that. Like, Bear as a protagonist is really well written. Like, he's a guy who was very standard, except the fact that he was taking care of his younger brother, who is 9 in the current time of the book and is 6 when the mother leaves. And he's very much a basic guy. He has an on and off again girlfriend, he has his best friend who goes to college, and he has the older brother who has kind of always been around. But then there's some like romance developing between him and the older brother, and it makes him question a lot about himself, and he's a pretty insecure guy overall. He's a very funny, engaging narrator. He's kind of like, you're endeared by his inner struggle a bit, because you're like, I'm really rooting for you to figure it out. But also, and the younger brother is a little bit like supernaturally clever. Like, he figures out a lot of shit in the story where you're like, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but you're kind of willing to go along with it for the vibes. Like, the vibes are overall pretty strong. Wait, I was thinking about something. About that. I wanted to make sure that we have maybe another trash can. Okay, maybe not. Maybe here. Okay, perfect. Are we guys happy? Trash in the path? Yeah, some trash cans. Maybe one by the door as well. I feel like that's kind of a staple. There we go. Nice. I'm happy with this. I'm gonna call this one What's a good... It's gonna be the Radish Rec Center. Shared. Publish new item. On the Steam gallery. There we go. I'll open it on Steam. Oh, wait, maybe not. I'll like check it out later. I don't know why workshop uploads are so ridiculously slow. It just do be like that. I'm gonna do save and quit from menu for now. Ooh, look, we got a new background. Yeah, and if you haven't yet checked out the Tiny Life X Outright fundraiser, do check it out. It's still ongoing until the end of August, so we've got plenty of time, but we're also very close to that goal. Don't know why I'm saying we. I'm not involved, but I still like to promo it. There we go. And we're the goal is currently at $850 or so out of 1,000. So if you want to still contribute, you can. You can unlock some very cool content coming to the game. So yippee! All right, switching over to the simming, but I do want to yap more, and I'm also gonna get another drink. We're playing some Sims 2. If you are wondering, very excited. I love Tiny Life though, by the way. Do check out all the new stuff. I only showed like a little bit. There is some other stuff in the gameplay that's been added, like you can throw up from getting brewed in the game now, which I think is really funny. So have a little look-see. Best feature. It's very funny. I love how you promote it. Oop. Simming, are you alright? Where? The sim? Hello, the game. Are you okay? It dead. Okay, it's no longer dead. Let's go, JKS. If it would show itself. I think it's because it doesn't like it. Let me see if this likes it. There we go. We got it. Love this. Let's jump into it. But yeah, so Bear as a narrator is really well done. Like, he's a very complex character, and he's a very protective guardian figure over his younger brother, and he's also a little bit thick-headed, like, but he feels very alive. You know, we did move recently from memory. And we also have a husband, fellas. Remember, we have a husband. Also, we're old, but we've got a little sugar baby husband. Let's not think about that one too much. And we have a cat. Important. We have a cat called Silly. Literally. And we also have a little challenge in The Sims where we actually have to fulfill a wand of our main guy every day. Otherwise we have to downgrade an item in our house, and if we fulfill a fear on accident or on purpose, we have to permanently downgrade one of his appliances. Okay, I'm heading out for a bit because I'm gonna snack, because I'm always snacky hard. Enjoy, everyone. See you in a bit, Al. Come back after you got snack, though. Where is my Sims? I also am gonna get a drink really quickly, but I'm not leaving you alone without a nice bit of Sims background music. There you go, chat. BRB, I'm gonna have a new drink ready, and I might pee as well. BRB. If you haven't switched the game, by the way, James, please do. Thank you. 810 creating a BRB screen. Okay, we're actually gonna put that. That's fucking funny. Alright. You've called me out so hard, I need to fix that. That's funny as hell, alright. Making a BRB screen. Lamau. It's there, guys. Welcome in, lads. Welcome in. I've got some nice water. But yeah, to continue yapping on about Beowulf and the Kid, I was warned because by like people who have been fans of TJ Klune for longer than the House of Intruders he has been published, that some of the older stuff has like elements that even the author himself has sort of said like he wouldn't write it that way today. So by the way, look at our very cool gay little house. We just did this recently, so look at it. It's pretty nice in my opinion. It's like a modern house. Balcony in the front. We're pretty poor now because, well, it makes sense. We just built a new house, but I think it looks really nice. And we do have a cat and we have a husband. We are currently state assembly person and he is an underwater demolitionist. And the cat is an actor. Because why not? I love the little icon of his. It's so cute. Look at him. The cat. The boy. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, we're kind of just living our best, like, retired gay life, and it's kind of epic. It's silly. It's literally silly in the corner. I mean, it just really makes sense. So we're just having our best time, and all that is governing our life really is the wants and fears. So Kyrie really want to sell a masterpiece, want to get a bronze flower, and we want to play catch and also influence someone to garden, apparently. Don't know where that's coming from, but yeah. So I do see where people are coming from with that age thing, because the main thing that I think is like problematic, or like an element of the story that I personally think maybe should not have been in there, is one element that I feel like a lot of people think about when they think this book hasn't aged well in some aspects, is there's a relatively frequent amount of usage of the F slur, including by non-gay characters, like the brother, the best friend of the older brother. So Bear's our main character, then we have Otter, who's the older brother, and then we have I think Creed is his name, the best friend. And Otter in the story relatively early is publicly gay, so he came out and all this jazz and blah blah blah. And his younger brother in that case, Creed, calls him the F slur. Like, not in a slur, like an insult way, but in like a descriptive way. The same way people use the word gay, basically. And there is a conversation at some point where like he gets called out for this. He's like, oh shit, I didn't realize this was offensive. I'm gonna stop doing it. Which I think is great. So that element, in my opinion, I actually thought it had a place in the book and it was like well handled. The part that I don't love, but it makes sense why it was in the story, but the exact method was not my fave, was especially in like MLM gay relationships, so gay men, the concept of age gaps is kind of historically occurring, right? Where you have like an older gay and a younger gay hooking up or even being in a relationship and all this stuff. And overall, this is just a thing. It's not necessarily good or bad if you think about it. It just is. As long as like everyone's an adult, which is the point that I was trying to make. Cause, right, I mentioned it's the Bear is having this romance drama with the older brother of his best friend, who is 8 years older than him. In the current book that I'm reading, right, they are both adults. Bear's 21 and the older brother's then 29. So they're both in their 20s, it's fine, it's good, it's chill. I'm glad that the part where they actually have any kind of romantic relationship is when they're adults. But there's one scene basically where Otter explains to Bear that he that he's liked him and that his feelings have changed about. Oh my god, Silly, can you get out the way, bro? This man needs to piss. Jesus Christ. And he explains in that talk when he started seeing Bear no longer as his younger brother's best friend, but as like a love interest, basically. And he says this happens when Bear's 16. And in this case, Otter then is 24. So that's not a great age gap, guys. That's not a great age gap to have. Yeah. This is what I was saying. That's the part where I was like, I'm glad that it's only, like, they don't actually kiss or interact in any... Silly, can you get out the way, please? Bro, there you go. So, that's the part where I was like, okay, that kind of redeems that aspect. But... can you not use this toy? What is in the way, bro? Oh my god. But also 21 and 29 is... but that is whatever. That's why I was saying that element is more like in the realm of queer age gaps. Like if you think about like the stereotypical like 40-year-old who's dating a 25-year-old. In my opinion, it's each person's business, as long as there's a lot of good communication and no one is in a power dynamic, but whatever. Own people's business. There's a level of where I'm like, prescriptivism is maybe a bit damaging, but I firmly believe from a modern point of view they would shift that age gap to be a bit differently. They are also based on what like the author himself has said about his earlier work, which this book specifically is from like old. I think it's from 2013 maybe. Which, when it comes to queer fiction, a lot has changed in the last 10 years in terms of this issue. Like you can have a 20-year age group, it works if one is like 30 and the other is 50. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So I'm saying, right. The reason I read this, I've been reading this book at all, was for the challenge. Can you stop playing with the cat? Because doesn't the cat need to go to work? Go to work, bro! I can't control you, but you gotta go to work. There we go. Ah, no, never stop playing with Silly. I know, I'm sorry, he has to go to work. Read the magazine. And you use the bathroom, please. There we go. So that element, I don't love. It's... because I was like, oh, they have this age gap and they have like one kiss when 3 years before the story. So when Bear's 18. Which, okay, he's 18, right? I was like, alright. But then they have that one scene where Otter explains like his side basically of their whole endeavor and what led to him basically running away after this kiss happens. And I was like, you could have just not made him like start having romantic feelings for someone. One kiss is all it takes. The damn song is always creeping in the background, so true. But I'm like, you could have really just not had Otter canonically say, hey, I started seeing you in a different light, is what they describe it, when you were 16 years old. Like, that's a bit too young, okay? That's the one element about the book where I'm like, this is not aged well, and I'm glad the author has, like, publicly acknowledged the fact that he would not write the same stuff. That's good. Because everything else about the book, including, like, this sort of more complicated stance on like slur usage, for example, I think is well done. Like, it's a very, like, the writing is very punchy. Bear's a very interesting, like, inner monologue having, wrestling, like, he's a funny narrator, he has, like, little asides to the reader, and it's very funny, and it's very well done. And I do like the focus on, like, family, unique structures, like, sacrificing yourself for your family versus like self-fulfillment. What does it mean to have to take on this responsibility really young in your life? Go to work, bro. Look, a lot of really interesting things that are, in my opinion, covered pretty well. And I really... Oh, are you not going to... Brother, drive to work. I'm glad I got them a car. Jesus Christ. Go to bloody work, mate. A new reality show pilot is in need of a stunt cat for their challenge mode contest. They did not give many details, except to say that the cat should be athletic, unafraid of water, and able to navigate piranha-infested waters while riding a mostly tamed, ill-tempered blue whale bareback. Unfortunately, they're unwilling to co-sign the agency's life insurance policy. However, Sinister's agent for cats for props and parades talents agency is sure that will not be a problem. Should Sinister be fitted for a wetsuit? No! If it says there's a chance of death, no. After careful consideration, Silly decides going into piranha-infested waters is not the best career pursuit and declines the job. Tired of Sinister always turning down jobs she finds, the agent refuses to find any more jobs for Sinister. Sinister was paying 400 simoleons to get a new agent? Brother, just because he's not willing to risk his fucking life? What the hell? SMHing. But yeah, so overall, aside from that one element, which I don't love in that book, I'm really liking the book. I'm halfway through. It has like some elements that are very much, oh, this is a self-published book, but not in a way that annoys me, really. There's a lot of italics usage, but not too much. The office party is scheduled for this weekend and someone needs to take charge of the decorations. Remington is pretty sure he can do a good job with them, but they've been handled past years by the same person. Remington doesn't want to make his co-worker angry if it's her thing. Should Remington volunteer, let his co-worker do it. Let her do it. Doesn't want to cause office drama. The co-worker knows that Remington was interested in the decorations, so she gives him a few tips on how she creates them. Remington gains some arts and crafts enthusiasm. Yippee! But yeah, so like also the whole... Oh, the cat's back. Yippee! I love how it's just permanently his face. It's so cute. So cute! Look at him. Oh boy. So that is one element where I'm kind of like... I'm very curious about the how the rest of the story turns out. Because there's a lot of like angsting about your identity and all this stuff. And aside from the, like, not great age gap in some aspects, I have, like, only minor complaints. One, again, the child character is at times supernaturally observant and emotionally mature in a way that feels a little bit, like, convenient. And the other thing is that Bear has a lot of emphasis on how hard the chest of Otter is, and he has like a lot of that descriptive of like, oh, women are soft and oh, but now with a man and he's so hard and angular. I'm like, not my favorite vibe. Like when he pulls out that language, he doesn't always, but I get the point you're making. But again, it's like that's old gay romance writing. Where it's all this like, oh, he's such a big hunky guy and blah 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 blah. I'm like, alright, fair enough. But it's not my fave. It's not my fave. How about that work? That's kind of been the reading recently. And I'm still reading the book I mentioned, Gender and Sexual Identity. I'm 100 pages in. Yo, wait, our boy got promoted. Let's go. He's a marine biologist. Yo, Jake S. Let's go. Right. I want you to have a bath. Enjoy a bubble bath, I guess. And you make the bed, clean the toilet, use the toilet, and then have a shower. And after that, you want to play a computer game. Alright, we can do that. For your wish today. Or your want, I should say. Right, there we are. We're just such an old man. Like, literally. Fuck twig death. We're just, like, actually nearing death. It happens, it happens. Right, is there anything that he needs to increase? I think we need to have 2 more friends. So mayhap we need to invite someone over to become our friend. Monka, I tap back into old ass Sims. Yeah, we're playing some Sims too. We are an old, aging gay, we have a boy toy husband, and we have a cat who's an actor. That's our life. And that cat is literally called Silly, so ain't no way. I mean, I'm just saying, man, I'm just saying. Our cat is silly because look at his face. He is an iconic cat. And he's also a stunt double. Silly. Literally him. Literally him. Bro is just pulling out the tongue at all times. And we've been yapping about some queer books and shenanigans. So, yeah. But reading this one book for my thesis, oh my god, it's so long. It's so long, guys. Oh my god, actually killing myself. Not really, but I've spent, I think today marks 2 weeks since I've started working on this text, and I'm just about halfway through. RIP to me. Hopefully the next time, next book's going to be a little bit speedier, because this book admittedly is also very dry and written in an American writing style, which I don't love for academics. Fulfill this wish. Where the fuck is Silly? Silly is just having a bit of a nap. Alright, are you chilling? What are you doing? Nothing. What do you need to do for your job? Oh, you really need to get into mechanical shit, so how about you read up on this. Lifelong happiness. Alright, do some lifelong happiness reading and then some mechanical. There you go, enjoy yourself. And you can have a bit of a read. And also read the arts, the music and culture section, and the fun and games. And then also get the mail. Stop gaming. Enough gaming hours! We need to get 2 more friends, man. Our ass is just not having enough friends to be a politician. Terrible, terrible. But yeah, so kind of drudging my way through that book. Hydrate. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for the posture check as well. But then, yeah, I was like actually zazzed as fuck today going grocery shopping, because it's like setting in that I'm actually going on holiday, and I'm so excited. If you don't know, I am planning a trip in late January next year to the UK. It's kind of my finishing up my degree trip, and I'm meeting up with Tobias WXE, there we go. In general, but also we're going to Dan and Phil's tour. Actually going twice to Devil's Tour. Don't question it, guys. Don't question it. I'm so fucking excited, man, because there's nothing better than if it's like, okay, hear me out, right? The best thing of all time is if someone's like, you know, so if someone's gonna match my freak meme, Yump Trip, yeah. Like, the essence of that is so fucking real. Like, there's nothing better than having a situation like that where it's like, I'm so excited to go to this tour, and he's also so excited, and it's just like actually excitement explosion, you know, like where can we get some explosions in the chat? Like, that's the level that I'm feeling. Like, this is literally me about this trip. Haps, I want to go to the UK at some point, but I need a trustworthy friend there. Monka. That is real, yeah. The first few times I went outside of school, I stayed at one of my friends' house, one of my like long-term friends. And it was really, really lovely, and I highly recommend having that friend connect if you can. This time I'm going by myself because my friends had a shit landlord who was like, how about I kick you out after you've lived here for like 3 years, so they are kind of in the wind a little bit. And everyone else kind of lives at home. RIP. Yes, if I go to the States at some point, I have a few pals there. Yeah, also to US to the US as well. I highly recommend. I also went to America as my post-graduation gift from high school. And I also stayed with a friend of mine at the time. And we actually went, which is so funny, like a parallel. This is what I'm saying, like the cinematic parallels, guys, between me on my post-high school graduation trip, going to the United States and watching Dan and Phil's last tour there, to me going to another foreign country to go to a Dan and Phil tour again while I'm finishing up my university degree. Like, the parallels are so real. They did this for me and me only, okay? I'm just like so hyped. Monk, I've been told to go to Florida, but I'd simply melt. Can't you? Florida scares me, okay? Pay the bills. And then Bedge the fuck away. You are chillin'. I'll never go to the USA / J. Yeah, I mean, you wish. Have a snack. Have a little bit of a snacky. Alright, enough reading. Can you clean up after yourself somehow? Recycle that bloody shit. And you also— oh my god, stop! Brother, are you okay? What is this trail of reading? But I do want to go to France at some point with a friend. Oh, that's also nice. I've been to France a few times. I'm not a francophile, I am, but it is kind of a nice holiday destination. Since I can talk a bit of French, people talk. A bit of French is always good. Oh my god, there's a dog in our flowers. Hello. How are you, mate? Just have a little wiggle. Bro's just absolutely going to town on these flowers. Yum puppy, yeah, there's like stray dogs in Sims 2, which is really lovely. They're so cute. They also love to dig holes on our property, which is not so cute. Big puppy, yeah, I'll keep the puppy in range so you can see him. So I feel like the cinematic parallels are going so hard, and I'm very excited to do that trip, and it's gonna be like probably 8 days with— I feel like the yellow would also leave a trail of books. That is kind of real, yeah. Right, can you— are you good, mate? Okay, you need to— you're not gonna level up today. Oh, it's fine. Just clean up after yourself. For like an ounce of time. Can you put your books away, bro? Are you really gonna have to be called out for each individual book? That's such a pain. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I'm so excited now because it's gonna be just me vibing with my friends, and because it's off season, it's not that expensive, and I'm gonna be doing all the things, and I'm very fucking hyped, guys. I know it's like half a year away, and I also have to write my whole ass bachelor thesis beforehand, so. But now that we actually have the dates that we're going to the tour secured, I can actually properly like start booking shit. Why are you so tired, bro? Get a life. Sorry. Alright, you, and then have a nice little shower. And after that, you probably should chat with your mates a bit. Chat with Ivy, I don't know. Do a bit of chat and then maybe do a bit of custom painting? What the fuck's that? I don't know. The carpool for Remy will arrive in an hour. Oh, the poor man. His ass is actually dying. Okay, go to work. At 4 AM? Brother. 5 AM to 11 AM is a nightmare routine, but okay. Oh, he wants to just be physical, so we're gonna wait till... we have a karaoke machine, by the way, just for the vibes. Alright, we're doing all of this. Make the bloody bed. There you go, there you go. So all this big hype for that trip, so... I mean, I've also got other really exciting things happening beforehand. I've got my birthday, which is not this weekend, but the weekend after, where we're going bowling. But yeah, I'm not bringing the chat. Wait! The heck? Look! These are not pictures of me, but that I've taken, I mean. Just the piano. That's so funny, wait! Why is there custom paintings? Gotta make the dog. Paint the dog! This is like a mod, I think, that I got. So hype! Yippee! But yeah, so going to the bowling, very hype. I never finished by like why I'm not bringing you guys to bowling. Aside from the tech stuff, it's more like I would feel kind of awkward of having to either have no audio or tell all of my mostly IRL friends, like I think maybe 1 or 2 people coming are streamers or from the streamer sphere, and everyone else is like IRL friends of mine. Not even like, oh, you're gonna be on Twitch, like I don't think they would mind that too much, but also having to be like, hi guys, don't call me by my IRL name under any circumstances and shit like that. I don't know, I feel like, because I'm not like an IRL streamer, right? If you have anyone that you know who does IRL streams regularly, they tend to have I don't know, they tend to have a different approach to streaming stuff than I do necessarily, which is not a bad thing, but I kind of like having a bit of a divide between what's my personal life and what's like my stream stuff, which is why you guys call me Yellow and not my real name and stuff. Maybe I'll change my mind eventually, but it's not gonna happen like next week, you know? So, load of reasons, not as you'll always be Yellow Yump. Yeah, lots of reasons, mostly because I'm not the kind of person who manages to get their friends together in one space that often, so I kind of just want to focus on enjoying it rather than also having it be a live stream production. Especially because I'm not experienced with IRL streams outside of my own house. So, but yeah, but that's like my own personal. But if you're here for a live stream production, it's very exciting. There's the subathon that's happening on the Friday after my birthday, so get hyped, the 26th of July, 4 PM BST. It's the yellow summer subathon. You'll always be yellow since you yell. I do. I'm a yapper. I should have been Yappathor. I should be Yaplaw instead of yellow. But Yap didn't enter my vernacular at the time when I gave myself this name. But yeah, the subathon I'm very excited for. I'm also excited for Gamescom, which I've asked for time off work for the Thursday of Gamescom. If I do get it off, I'll go on Thursday. If I don't get it off, I'll go on Friday. I'm super excited to play loads of games. So those are some things I'm very hyped for this month, next month, and obviously next year. So you are a yappo. Bros yap. During a research expedition, Remington discovers a new species of algae under some rocks. Great find, and the new algae must be named. Should Remington name it after himself or after his head of research? Self. The Latin Marine Corporation is encouraged by his research and offers him a promotion to a position in their company tracking whales. Yo! Yeah, claim that discovery for yourself. You have time off work today. No, you have to work at 9 AM. He's a whale tracker now. Let's go. Jake S. Okay, you're actually dying though. So recycle that. Have a shower and then have a nap. Sleep. You're just having a nice... Oh my gosh, look! He's actually drawing the dog picture. Very cute. Now he has to go to work. Big yapping. Yappathon. And also I'm kind of... Today I spent time... I of course can't say the exact things because it's like... You guys know the topic of my research, but... Like things like the chapter headings I cannot tell you because I would violate the privacy statute or whatever of the uni. But I've done that today because I've got a meeting with my supervisor on Monday morning where I'm meeting them for the first time because I never took a class with them, and also obviously telling more about my project, requesting like if they have any suggestions for literature that I might have missed in my own research and stuff like that. And I thought for that it might be a good idea to have a chapter outline of my paper, like a preliminary one, ready. So I did do that as well. Very exciting. I don't know, anything else that I have in the mind? No, that's kind of like the main big exciting things. Those Stadia Assembly members are not up for re-election in the upcoming elections. Members of Congress are, and Yadayam's local district doesn't have many strong or seasoned candidates on the ballot yet. Yadayam is happy with his current position, but the step to congressman is one he'd like to make at some point. He doesn't have the experience that most candidates do when running for Congress, but he does have a good public following. Should he run for Congress or take his popularity and back another candidate of the same party affiliation? Should we run for Congress, guys? Or no? What do you think? I mean, he's getting old, so maybe he should run, because otherwise he might never run. Could work out, it could also not work out, to be fair. If he's old, then he will fit in. I'm gonna run. Yadam throws his hat into the race for congressperson, begins a whirlwind publicity campaign of daytime talk shows. Everything seems to be going well until the opposition party investigators begin a smear campaign that uncovers and publicizes every unsavory detail from his private life. The mud flies, and Yadam finds himself mired by accusations of misconduct, racism, negligence, and poor hygiene. No! Sims 2 was fucking unhinged, by the way. The implications are so negative and so general that Yelliam is unable to mount a defense. He's forced to drop out of the running and slinks back to his office at the legislature, losing 3 charisma skill points in the process. What the fuck? Bro, he got smeared at work and he's now charisma level 3. Despair. The despair is real. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough friends. Alright, my good Sir Remy, can you serve some chef salad for everyone? Very exciting. Also, if you're wondering, chatterers, obviously tomorrow we got demo day. That's starting at 4 PM BST. Next week I've got some bangers. Not as many streams at the moment as I would like, but we're finding our groove. And this month I have, as I outlined, quite a lot of social things, like when I'm helping out my mum, or I've got my supervisor meeting, or I've got my birthday and things like that. So pre-subathon I'm not doing as many streams as I would like, and of course in starting from October, which is the prospective time frame when I'm writing my thesis, I also will probably not stream as much, but I still want to try to do like two streams a week minimum. Okay? I'm not abandoning you, don't worry. But I'm trying my best. Also, I want to hear your thoughts about this. This is just a hypothetical. At the moment, I have a very hard rule. I don't have a lot of hard rules when it comes to streaming, but one that I do have is that we do one day is demo day unless some like dramatic shit happens. But I always plan in one day is demo day. Which I love demo day and have a lot of fun with it, and it's not going anywhere or anything. But I wanted to ask you, like, if I have a week where, let's say, I'm only streaming 2 or 3 times, do you mind if I don't do a demo day in that week? Or are you like, we love demo day, we want to have it all the time? Just because if I do a demo day, I don't tend to do any other content on that day except demos, meaning we don't continue any of our ongoing series and we don't play any full games. And all streams demo days KW/J. I just genuinely just want to hear you guys' opinions about this. Because I'm fine with that, I'm fine with whatever you want to do. I know, because you're a king. Just kind of like as an interesting thing, because when I was doing, I'm fine with it too, when I was doing like 4 or 5 streams minimum a week, having one of those a week be demo day is kind of a different thing than it's if I do 3 streams a week, so that leaves 2 streams a week where I don't do a demo day. Why the fuck are you burning? No one knows. Alright, please put away the leftovers. So maybe in potential weeks, we might at some point not have a demo day in a given week. Just because I was thinking about it a lot recently with trying to schedule weeks where I only have like 3 streams in that week. Like for example, next week we only have 3 stream days, one of which is a demo day, and then one I've kind of split to do 2 things for the other 2 streams respectively. So just wanted to hear your thoughts about it, because when I did that, as mentioned, when I did that original change it to everyday. Oh my god, you're dying, bro. Just have a piss. And then I'm gonna have them communicate a little bit. He wants to talk about hobby. Talk about hobby. Speed up! Okay, there we go, fulfilled his wish. He wants to... What? Classic dance. Alright, I'm gonna have them move over to the living room though. Dance together. Look at them! That's cute. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of hear your overall thoughts on it. And I'll see, because I'm still trying, like, even if I have like 1 job or even potentially the 2nd job, and I'm also writing my thesis, I still want to keep up as best as I can with streaming because I love it, and also because it's like a nice counterweight to have in my life against whatever else is going on. But of course, until I'm done with my thesis, so approximately until January next year, we're gonna be going through a little bit of different situations in terms of how many streams can I do in a week, how's my time frame for those streams look like, what are we doing. Like, it's gonna be a little bit influenced by me having jobs and me having the thesis and stuff, compared to the previous years where there wasn't much else going on in my life except I couldn't stream Saturdays, you know what I mean? So just kind of giving you guys a bit of an insight. Do you like what you see? That's funny. Have to do a little bit of socializing. Right, you have a shower, clean that shower, and then go to bed. And you, how about you just have a bath again? Where the fuck did the leftovers go, by the way? Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing, you silly? Chill the hell out. Have him eat. You're gonna have... Oh, you want to adopt a child? Well, it's not gonna happen, mate. Sorry. Having some spaghetti. Let's go. Alright, clean that up. Scold for destroying the furniture, though. Do a finger wiggle at it. A bit of playing with the cat. Because I feel like City might be in need of a bit of fun. Look at him! Yippee! It's a little hunter, very cute. Right, now, only thing left to do is go to the bathroom, clean that, and then have a sleep. Sleep time! Right, by the way, I should save. Alright. Save again. Alright, fellas. Yeah. I'm getting a little hungry and a little EP. Do spread the word about the subathon again. I will just yap and promo about it as much as I can because I want everyone to be there. Tell all your friends. It is also on Twitter if you are there. It's my pinned tweet. Please retweet it. Share it among the masses. Let them know. We will be doing some really fun things, including chat participation options such as Minecraft Mario Party, such as Gartic Phones, such as Risk, like all our fave staples. They're coming in, they're coming back. I'm very hyped for this entire thing and I want as many people as possible to see it and to be there. Save up your money if you want to support the stream financially. Make it run really long. I'm going to start the stream on a Friday and I don't have work until next Wednesday, so and I can absolutely go ham with this, and I want to have like a really big long ass subathon if possible. So if you at all can support it, please do. If you can't with financial means, please support it with your time. I really appreciate all of you guys noting that down. And I will be back tomorrow to stream some Evergreen modded Minecraft and also Our Life Beginnings, and always I forgot there's another stream this week, and that is at 6 p.m. BST. Alright, Firefly, no! Despair! The despair that hits me when someone joins the stream as I'm literally ending. Fire! I was just yapping about the Subathon King. I'm doing a subathon on July 26th, 4 p.m. BST start time. Note it down. This is the little poster. It's also on Twitter if you wanna retweet a people clap. Look at the sub goals. They're shiny. Mwah, mwah. Time additions. The tier 1 listing counts for primes as well. So if you have a prime in your back pocket, it adds 10 minutes. Please spread the word. Save up some money if you can. If you can't, please save up your time for it. Both are highly appreciated. I'm super excited for the subathon. Sniffer, gotta check my bank account. We're gonna be doing so many things where you guys can also participate in chat, like Risk, like Minecraft Mario Party, like maybe some other Minecraft multiplayer. Gartic Phone is on there. Like, we're gonna be doing so many fun, silly things. Other multiplayer things are going to be happening with me and my friends, and then we're also going to be doing loads of single player stuff. Yes, I think I could cuff up 1 or 2. Yes, let's go! Yeah, spread the word as much as you can, because even if you have 20 people there, if each one of you just subs themselves, that's already adding like 200 minutes, which is pretty exciting. So let's go. Yeah, so that's really exciting. Many thing. I will be streaming tomorrow, a Saturday stream, 6 p.m. start time. Modded Minecraft, duck ass me when yellow sub. Duck ass, yeah. Save it up, lads, save it up. And bits also count, donations also count. And we also have a cool little thing in place where we also count sub points, which isn't on the post, I just realized. I plan to put it on there. But if you don't know, this is a system where individual time adds, but every 10 sub points that we reach, that adds another extra hour on top immediately. So I should have put that. I planned to put it on this cassette tape, but then I liked how it's like more in the background, and then I never put the note back. My ass just completely forgot about it. Rip. But that's like an extra note. Some other people have pioneered this concept, like Crowfang has done it for its streams, I know, where, for its subathons I should say, where you have that sub point counters, especially adding a lot of time in one go. Everyone can work together on that goal. So keep that in mind. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST with some modded Minecraft. Evergreen, where we're finishing up that series, kind of, and then also continuing our slice of life gay story game, Our Life Beginnings and Always. So see you tomorrow, chat. I had a lot of fun. People clap Minecraft. Yeah, we're also doing many Minecrafting. Gage. Take good care. I'm also streaming on Sunday where I'm doing some demos. That's at 4 p.m. BST. I'm super excited. Thank you, James. You can always check the schedule. It's there for the current week that it's going on. And Lubber's yellow. Lubber's fire. My bro. Appreciate you being here. Where do we want to send you, chatters? I'm gonna send you to Austin, yeah, absolutely. My goat. Bro's playing in a build-by-build charity event. So I'm sending you his way. People, wow, enjoy some epic Minecrafting event. It's rare that he streams Minecraft, so I was like, you know what, I can send you his way. And I will be back tomorrow. Keep the subathon in your back pocket, lads. It's gonna be extremely hype. Much love. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.